Welcome to the definition of insanity. Do I need to say more? I think I don't. I think you know as well as I do that there are some things in this world that we just can't explain why we do them. Yet, to strive for that ending, regardless of how disgusting it is in its own way somewhat heroic. And that's all we can take from this. The heroism. Anyway, what have you guys been talking about? What are y'all up to? Sorry, I think you've been chatting before I've showed up. Sorry, I was a little bit delayed. You convinced me to check your progressive mind break. I expect to roll the eyes, rolling you back ahead. WuWa, after all that, you're still playing WuWa. You actually shut the fuck up. I don't love WuWa. No, you don't understand. I made a promise, and I realized that if I didn't come back to it today, I think I might not have come back at all. It might have been the end. I had to save us from that. We needed the experience, right? I'm drunk. Play more shitty horror games with me. 10 minutes off work, then there's McDonald's and alcohol. Wow, McDonald's and alcohol. Average day for you guys. I'll drink every line of dialogue he complains about. Fuck me. Brother, if you're doing this to yourself, you should see a psychiatrist. Main character, hot. That's all I care about. Oh, man. Man, you're right. I should. No. I thought to myself, I need to overcome this. I need to be. I need to get in here. Because like yesterday, when I stopped playing, I was legitimately in a fucking, like, I legitimately was in a mentally bad place. I ain't even fucking kidding. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. I ain't gonna say that I was like, yeah, I'm just playing it up for the stream. No, I legitimately was kind of getting a bit fucked up by how awful everything was. It was like a realization that the world is not like a happy place. It was the childhood knowledge that, wait a minute, what do you mean Santa's not real? What do you mean? And then, like, after a shocked moment of like going, oh my god, that's crazy, it all starts to float together, and you start to go, wait a minute. So all those times that there was like a jolly man in a red suit that showed up, that wasn't Santa? Who the hell was that then? Oh my god, the fucking everything's falling from my eyes. Oh god, the scales fall. The horrors reveal themselves. The world is an awful place. So I decided I needed to take back then. I needed to be more. You don't need Reddit to tell you that this relationship is toxic and you need a divorce. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna go to Reddit and ask them for relationship advice, guys. So I'm with this woman, and she just keeps hitting me, and but she tells me she loves me, and then she sends me postcards of these massive boobs on these girls. Like, she still loves me, right? Like, what should I do? How do I even fix our relationship? Oh, hey there, Arctic. Yes, but we are continuing. My plan is this. Let me just put it there. My plan is this. I'm going to reach the ending of patch 2. We're going to get to the end of this goddamn game. We're going to reach that moment where the goddamn credits roll on the ending. Now, that could be actually one mission away. Honestly, it could be one fucking mission away. We could be like right now at the end. This could be the ending. Perhaps this is the ending almost. I doubt it, but it could be. Are there mods for this? You know what? You know what? If I get to another point where I'm about to crash out so bad that I'm writing poetry about how sad it is that these characters are suffering under the fucking yoke of these awful devs and writers, I will go and find myself some mods to just like make her like just change stuff up so it's extraordinarily lewd. Wait a minute, maybe Kuro Games would fucking come and like take my liver for that. I've heard the gacha games can be a bit intense on that, so maybe not. But I like the idea of it. I like the idea. You want to end this gacha? Okay, let me establish this. Let me put you on game here. Weathering Waves is perhaps the worst written gacha I have ever encountered. However, more than being the worst written gacha I've ever encountered, Weathering Waves is a gacha that doesn't care that it's badly written. Weathering Waves is a gacha created by a group of people who I can only assume have psychopathic tendencies. A group of people who never cared about their characters or the story they were making. These people only have dollar signs in their eyes, which in a way makes them somewhat more respectable. Because if someone had made this, like, out of love, maybe I would have been more disgusted by the realities of humanity. You know? You know? However, I am curious. The morbid curiosity is driving me forward. On top of the desire to fulfill my promise I made to my community. The promise that I would get to the end of this patch. I would get to the end of this mainline story area. And then I would give a Zenless Zone Zero era review. I am telling you right now. I crashed out about Zenless Zone Zero's final mission. The final mission of Season 2, and some of the elements in the lead up to Season 2 of Zenless Zone Zero were not very good. It was a poorly constructed part of the story, and I crashed out of it. That was fucking nothing compared to how I am feeling about Weathering Waves. Weathering Waves is Weathering Waves is the World War I experience to Zenless Zone Zero's, you know, Korean Peninsula kerfuffle. There is no, like, these two things cannot be really properly compared. Yes, they both had a lot of people dying, but one of them was just much more higher on the abject human suffering scale. Does that help? Does that help a good description of what I am going through? Do you visualize the suffering that I have to go through when I'm playing this story that was written by, unironically, I'm not even kidding, like a half step away from a room full of monkeys playing on typewriters until they try to get something somewhat similar to Macbeth. That's the kind of shit we're working on now. The writers are just brainlets. You're overthinking this. I want them to be brainlets, because if there's an actual person who has passion and this is the result of their passion, and then someone else sees that and goes, yeah, man, millions and millions of dollars, take it, brother. We're going to turn this into the most powerful thing ever. We're going to beat Genshin Impact. Yeah, this is truly the greatest thing ever. Now, Genshin Impact, it's pretty easy to beat Genshin Impact's story at this point. Let's be fucking honest. But my God, I just don't want to meet someone who has the brain cells that they strung together to decide that Weathering Waves was a good attempt at beating Genshin Impact. Like, oh my God. Oh, good Lord. All right. I'll give him one thing. From the direction of One Direction. The girls are hotter in a lot of cases, and the visuals are great. That's about it. Whatever you say, Wu was #1 fan. Fuck you, Skeleton. Why aren't we playing? You know, honestly, I prefer to be playing that horror game you gifted to me. I'd be preferring to play that to some degree, and we will play that at some point. Perhaps. Once I have killed myself, I will drag myself into such a game. Wait, what are you guys talking about that's on Nexus? Oh my God, is there like a mod that there's one that triples the main character's acid. Really? Oh my God. All right, that might be exciting. We need to check that out. Oh man, definitely. Although I'm not a big fan of Nexus mods. It's weird to be like, weirdly enough, for some fucking reason, Twitter decided to send me keep me up to date on all of the mod drama about Nexus mods. Every time Nexus mods does something stupid, my Twitter gets filled with it, and I'm like, wow, these guys seem really annoying. What's the summary of what's happened so far? This is the first Massacre streams I'm turned on. Genshin sucks. I remember this is gameplay having fun when I played. I'm at work. All right. Let me establish this. Let me put you on game here. So, a big summary. A very bad writer made a story. Oh wait, no, that's not the right we're talking about. No, okay. Simple as fuck. The simple as fuck as possible. A terrible authoritarian zealotous a group of people pray to an evil god that is not really evil, that tries to manipulate everything and is shown to be super powerful, that is not actually super powerful and has about the intelligence of, like, I don't know, a goat. And everyone pretends it's really strong and powerful and that we have to sacrifice for it when it's kind of like a dumbass. And then everything kind of goes from there, and just talking about it makes me depressed because he doesn't actually deserve any sort of funny description, because holy shit, this is Weathering Waves, my brother. This ain't fucking Pride No Prejudice. This ain't no fucking Lord No Rings. There ain't no nothing worth talking about when it comes to the story of Weathering Waves. Weathering Waves' story should be described as the shit stains smeared across the window found at a furry convention. You know, as you're leaving the car park, and you're just like, yeah, it's just the price of doing game in the furry community. That's the kind of shit that we're looking at in terms of a story here. Yesterday, Saito was crashing out about GFL 2 and voice chat. It was pretty funny. Really? Okay, alright, don't spoil me. Don't spoil me, but that sounds like fun. That sounds like fun. You know what? Crashing out about GFL 2 sounds like it'd be a great palate cleanser compared to the endless crash out that is Weathering Waves. Of course, your platform has shitty mods. It comes with a free community engagement management. While Saito crashes out, I goon out. Skeleton, I am both impressed with your ability to consume anything so long as it's hot. I'm also disappointed in you as well. Part of me goes, why Skeleton? Why can't you just, like, I don't know, why did I go into the trees here? Why can't you just, just look at some bad porn? Like, there's plenty of bad porn that has some really good art out there. Why do you have to ruin the experience of, Girls Frontline's story? So you can, just look at 416's massive tits. You can look at those entirely without having to ruin the story. But at the same time, it's, there's another element here to be considered. Like, it's you. It's Skeleton. Skeleton's, he's the true gooner. I should not expect anything less from you. And I'm sorry that I would expect such a thing from you. You goon as you always have, Skeleton. Skelly, the kind of guy to buy Asanagi dojins. Oh my god. Oh, whoa, shots fired. Skeleton be like, oh man, I really love the part where her dad came in to have a heart-to-heart about her new look. I've said it before, but I'd heard about the Asanagi, like, he made Emergence, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he made Emergence. I'd heard about Emergence for years, and then I'd gone, you know what? I want to actually read it. And I read it as though it was like a cryptid. I went on, I found it, and I went through, and I was like, okay, so she's like gonna try and, like, put on some makeup. Oh, okay, so she's just, like, sleeping with this horrible fucking dude who's, like, taking advantage of her. And then it just slowly gets worse and worse and worse. And just, like, sitting there going, my god, this really is, like, because I learned later after the fact that, like, the whole thing was literally made just because he asked his patron if they wanted him to make a dojin that was legitimately the possible worst things to happen. And it's like, yeah, that's about right. This all is the worst of worst things to happen. It's like every second that she hadn't a chance to escape or leave, she just doubles down or ends up fucking her life over. It's awful. It's horrible. If you know what? Honestly, if there were schools or, like, people out there who are like, we need to stop people from being so sexually promiscuous. We need to scare kids into using protection and, like, being aware of the people they're talking to. Just let them read fucking excerpts from fucking Emergence. Just cut out the direct porn and show Emergence, or, like, just leave it at that. That would probably scare some kids straight. I'm gonna say it right fucking now. If you weren't scared straight from watching that, I don't know what's gonna work at that point. I believe it was Shindo L. Oh, was it Shindo L? Okay. I know these names, but I'm actually a disappointing individual who can't directly say that I know all of the hentai artists in the world. I'm sorry. I disappoint. I as a creator, what have I become? What have I done? I should be bullied for these terrible, terrible things. That said, I do own a physical copy of Emergence? Bro! That's wild. Do you reckon they have? I'm just thinking about this. You know how like Logan Paul's currently getting into like A grading manga and stuff, and trying to get like turn it into a profit business because he's a piece of shit. Do you think they have that for like first edition emergence dojins? Like he like made a limited run of emergence dojins, and then like those are like treated as like extremely valuable like rare coins. Like they're fucking like put inside those sealed boxes and stuff that have like the grading like 9.5 on them. I accidentally found Metamorphosis and didn't know what I was getting into. Man, that must have been a fucking experience, not knowing what you were getting into. That shit is wild. Like it's I would call it a normal, a kind of semi-normal kind of, you know, just like, you know, wow, look, she's suffering and it's getting worse and worse kind of situation. Up until the part where her dad comes into her room. Like, everyone's memed on that to the, like, the high heavens, but that was, like, horrific. That was when I realized that we were, this, like, when people said this story gets horrific, they were not lying. And then she goes on to become a drug addict, and I'm like, what? And then she gets pregnant, and I'm like, oh my fucking god. And she starts, like, the compensated dating for, like, her drug addiction, and I'm like, holy fucking shit, man. This just keeps going. Although, to be fair, we can all still be happy here, because in response, we did get the JoJo's fan comic, where along comes Josuke, who saves him. Saves her. That was peak. You know, we gotta say that. That was actually peak. What the fuck did I join into? We're discussing Emergence, because we'd rather discuss Emergence than discuss the plot of Weathering Waves. If I was to compare the two, Weathering Waves has a worse plot than Emergence. You know what? I'm not even kidding. Let's actually, like, legitimately. Weathering Waves' plot is inferior to Emergence in terms of, like, the emotional core and horror. I remember reading that thing and being like, oh my god, don't do it! Get out of there! Girl, what is happening? And I was like, no, stop it. Stop it, you can still go back from this. Just leave. You can become a better person. You could turn the leaf over. And she just kept making the bad choices, brother. And I was there for her. As much as at the end, like, you could say, like, she brought all this on herself, but I was still emotionally invested in how that was playing out. Weathering Waves, however, Weathering Waves made me cry. Well, it didn't make me cry, but it made me fucking depressed. By, like, just being terrible. I'm not sure how it's a lame way to finish it, but good lord. Good fucking lord. My favorite part is when Josuke shows up. Yeah, holy shit. I can't wait for the VOD watchers to see this. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, speaking of VOD watchers, I tried to upload this to the Discord, my friends. But I made an opening for my last stream. I know not a whole lot of people were there. I know you were there, Brad. And some of you came in and out for that one in the chat. But I legitimately broke down right near the end of that stream with how bad it was getting. It was like fucking terrible how bad the fucking game was becoming. Like scary levels of bad. And I made a little like kind of silly, funny intro set to the Always Sunny theme that goes on for about a minute. And I'm going to upload that to the VOD channel soon. Well, by soon, I mean, like, probably within the next day or so. And y'all can experience that too. I think it was kind of funny because I was like, you know what? I actually suffered through that. That's a good excuse to make some content. And since I can't bring myself to make slop content for my YouTube channel, where every 10 seconds is just like endless fucking like jokes and or like videos describing the plot of Overlord, I might as well put a bit of that slop into the VOD channel for fun. Though, to be fair, Weathering Waves has brought you more emotions out of you than any game out of me. Oh, yeah, mostly rage. Well, that's the thing. Rage, I'd gotten used to. I'd played through I was playing through games, and we kind of got used to on this channel, playing through gacha games or story games, and, like, discussing them and raging about some of the stupid choices they make, particularly with gacha games. But, man, I didn't expect me to feel like that sad for Wuthering Waves. And it wasn't for Wuthering Waves as an entity, it was for the characters themselves as unloved creations of masters that were just here for a quick buck. Of masters who were told, hey, can you like spit out some hot girl so the fucking nerds can like goon over her, and also because we want to beat like Genshin Impact and like make a lot of money. That's like, that's how bad I felt for it. I felt bad for meta reasons. Oh my lord. Detective was just crashing out about the game. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yes, I was. We're talking about crash outs and hentai dojins. That's just how it be. Skip past all the VTubers and saw the puppet and had to click. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Yes, I am the truest VTuber. They're all pretenders. They are pretenders to my throne. I stand above them as a peak individual who cannot overcome the desire to play this fucking train wreck of a game. My god. You know, there's probably a lot of people who really enjoy Wuthering Waves who occasionally click on this stream and go, yeah, I want to check out someone who's playing Wuthering Waves. Yeah, they're playing like, you know, they're playing some of the game that I'm really enjoying, so I want to see how they enjoy it. You know, you live vicariously, get that first time experience of going through the emotional parts of your story once more. And yet here I am, shitting all over it, as I describe at length how horrifically written it is. I'm sure there's a few people who are very upset with their experience here. And you know what? Yeah, I feel bad for them too, because I probably have also, this was my first gacha, I think I might have been like inclined to defend it against all like peoples. I might have been that guy that just goes, no, it gets better. Yeah, don't worry, guys. I know chapter 1 was a bit mid, but don't worry. Chapter 2 gets better. And here I am in chapter 2, or patch 2. And I'm going to tell you right fucking now, my Wuthering Waves friend, I love you. I love you all. You all deserve love and respect, because someone who's been through this hell and still can turn around and smile probably has a really, really bad home life. And I wish you the best. Like, I legitimately hope that you can find love and experience, you know, happiness, and that Wuthering Waves, you find like, you know, an out. You find a game, or perhaps, you know, someone who really loves you to overcome the suffering that is this game. Oh, there's a thing here. You can tell that oh, that's just like one of those jumpy things. Wow. I've spun around here so much that it's turned to this. The only thing that made me as much a detective for WuWa was Marley and me, and that made it sad for different reasons. I've got a love-hate relationship with gacha games, which is why I hate. Yeah, love-hate is a good experience. I have played through many gacha games, and on this very channel, I have played through many gacha games. I've played through Zenless Zone Zero. I've played through Wuthering Waves. I have played through Slop. I have, you know, I didn't like it. I discussed at length how I don't like it. If I had played through Star Rail, you would have also experienced this. Even though I made an entire 27 or whatever minute video about Star Rail, and, you know, sung its praises, the scales for Star Rail have also soured. Like, for me, those gacha games have all soured to some degree. Wuthering Waves, however, is a special existence. A special failure. A special series of choices made by devs that I can't really comprehend as human. They feel like aliens to me. Like, these are the choices that an alien trying to mimic human thought would make. That's the kind of thing. Now specifically, let me get some specifics here. Why is it like this? But in the previous part of the stream, like last stream, I was playing through this, and Brad brought up, who's in chat, brought up that Wuthering Waves devs, the writers, had an interview. And in that interview, this was about 9 months ago, about the start of the newest chapter, they said, verbatim, essentially, that logic was not as important to them as emotional moments and making the player feel something. So what I'm saying to you is that when they looked at a game They didn't look and say, hey, let's make some emotional moments. How can we make the story fit this? No, they looked at a shitty story and said, let's just put emotion in it without thought. We don't need to have logical understanding of why these things came together. We just need to have an emotional moment. And that right there is the core of how a game like Wuthering Waves exists. Because for all of the negatives I will say about Zenless Zone Zero, for all of the bad shit I could probably pull up about almost every other gacha game and normal game that has suffered through this experience of having terrible fucking story, all of them, at the very least, had some level of logical attempt at storytelling. Wuthering Waves decided it didn't need logic. It decided that as long as something was just emotionally a vibe, that it could get away with it. And people, and now here's the part that makes me depressed. And people eat this shit up. People eat this shit up, guys. Like, what the actual fuck is happening here? Play Reverse 9. Oh, yes, that's another one I actually need to get into. You guys are talking about Reverse 1999? That's been on my list for a while. I have been hearing, I know all about, you know, the ones that people recommend, like Limbus, Reverse 1999, all sorts of things like that. So far, nothing has reached the heights of Girls Frontline 1 for me. I am hopeful, though. I've been playing and there's not enough goon baiting. Yeah, true. True, brother. Oh, that's one thing I'll give Wuthering Waves. Man, torpedo tits. 10 out of 10. I like HR Other and Where the Winds Meet. I haven't played Where the Winds Meet. I know that that's not so much a gacha game as it is an online kind of like MMO kind of thing. It was like maybe a hybrid is the correct answer. Don't listen to the other guy and play Limbus. I only play the only fan service is referencing the previous games. Isn't the MC an alien rover's bizarre adventure? It is kind of. I'm pretty sure the rover. I haven't got the specifics of it, but the WuWa like lore is always been a little bit awful since Chapter 1, because Chapter 1 was written by a schizophrenic 14-year-old, and the lore backstory for Chapter 1 that reveals, yeah, like the rover's like a god or a dragon type god or something like that, is kind of like really, but it's all right in terms of like being like compared to this. No, I'm kidding. I legitimately hated Chapter 1, and Chapter 2 did improve. It just went downhill as I reached this point. Like, because, like, I think maybe I had more of a visceral reaction at this point to Wuthering Waves' story falling apart than I did earlier, because of the fact that it started to get better. It began to improve its story. Wuthering Waves improved a lot of the elements of its story that previously it had done Black Shore is Black Shore is like a torture device. I think you should take, like, I don't know, Iranian prisoners and have them play through the Black Shore arc of Wuthering Waves and watch them just like start giving up all their secrets, because my god, holy fuck, I don't think anyone could survive that kind of CIA level torture. That was like awful. But this part in this area started to improve, and while I say that after I said all that horrible things, it started to improve in a vibe sense. There were still problems, but those were like, they were overshadowed by the fact that at least emotionally and vibe-like, they were getting it right. Which, now that I look back on it, as in that interview I was telling you about, that just proves what they were doing. They essentially said, oh, guys, I'm so sorry about Chapter 1. It's so awful. Let's fix it. And rather than try and fix like the underlying lore problems or the underlying problems with the narrative way, they started to just say, okay, let's just make it so all of the dialogue and moments are like much more emotionally resonant. And they did that for every scene, which kind of gave them like a direction with the story's emotional core, but that didn't change the ultimate problems that I really had with it. It just kind of hid them behind a layer of smiles. I think it was the quote I posted in the interview, but the entire one. I did have a look at it. Yeah, I had a look at it. This is a shit show of incompetence. Wuthering Waves is a shit show of incompetence, and to the people listening right now, I don't say that out of like some sort of, you know, gotcha of like, yeah, they're shitty. This is awful. Haha, gotcha. No. I say that from a place of suffering. I say that from a place of someone who legitimately played Wuthering Waves with the hope it would get better. I play that as someone who has praised Wuthering Waves consistently on its visuals, on its gameplay, that are top tier. Wuthering Waves is an amazing gacha game, a free gacha game with this much exploration, this crafted world, this beautiful, beautiful art. And this beautiful combat that is actually probably, okay, beautiful is the wrong word, but excellent combat that is probably the peak of current gacha gaming. But that doesn't forgive all of the other things they've done that have dragged it so far down that I'd say, yeah, Nikkei is better than this. 100%, 100%. Star Rail, better than this. 100%, 100%. Zenless Zone Zero, same, better than this. Genshin Impact, which I have fallen off, better than this. Because, and it should be said, I'm a story gamer. I'm a story gamer through and through. You should play the Chinese Elden Ring Fun Absolute Law, and the only gacha game for close. Oh, is it, that's the Chinese one, right? The Where Winds Meet is the Chinese one. RE99 I've been playing while doing other stuff. The story's okay so far. Voice acting is painful at times, and the character designs are pretty cool. All designed to be accurate to periods of styles or weird concepts they have are a bit goofy. I have heard good things. I really want to get around to it. For some reason, I've dedicated myself to playing fucking Wuthering Waves instead. It wouldn't make for a good stream. It seems getting more and more grindy. Not as bad as Arknights, but still. Yeah. But there's a lot of older gacha games that tended to focus on the grind, whereas the post-Genshin games or the post-Genshin era games tend to try and focus on these kind of open world lore things. You know, the only other game that I think Wuthering Waves, in terms of negative opinion, comes close to for me in like a recent years, of recent times, is Enfield. Enfield is bad because of its so good pedigree to make such a vanilla, uninteresting lore really is depressing. Such an uninteresting lore to that game world. It's like, it's actually impressive how uncooked they did that. I've never seen with so much glaze and hate and love, honestly. Yeah, well, because, okay, let's be honest. Streamers love to hate or glaze because they want to hype themselves up. They'll overdo themselves in one direction or another. I am doing both because I'm telling you, that's how it is. I ain't fucking like here to like kid you. I'm not here to play around. I ain't here to pretend. There's hate and glaze in equal measures here because I'm being honest. I talk too much, honestly. If you see my streams, especially when I get excited, I will talk and I will fumble my words. I will say the stupidest things. I would easily be caught out for saying the dumbest shit ever, usually because my brain and my tongue are not in sync because I get too excited about how something, well, excited is the wrong word, over-stimulated perhaps. But, and as a streamer, that's a terrible thing to be in. But I just want to be clear. I'm just being honest about how my feels are. My heart is just going in this direction. 99 seemed perfect game for history buffs if you're into that, which is great. Oh, history buffs is good. The bid inflation is real. Play Love and Deep Space. Oh my god, Love and Deep. Now that would be a trip. Playing Love and Deep Space. Playing Love and Deep Space would be the trip of a gacha existence. How are the Foids? How are the Foids living, guys? I need to know. How are the Foids like living in this world? I would be curious. You know what's like another one I've always wanted to think of doing? Like it just as a fun video, as like on the stream, but comparing the highs and lows of gacha fandoms. Which is the worst gacha fandom? Would be an interesting one. Like, is the Genshin fandom the worst? Is the Wuthering Waves fandom or like Limbus Company fandom? Like, because I know that each fandom has its own kind of reputation online for like a lot of things. For example, like Limbus fandom, I don't know why, and I only learned about this relatively recently. The Limbus fandom has a ridiculous like amount of grooming in some of their discords, and I'm like, what's happening over there? And there's also other, fandoms that like get over the top. I believe the Love and Deep Space fandom, was tied up in the doxing of the Snowbreak fandom. I mean, so the Snowbreak brain. Snowbreak is another one to discuss. Interesting game, Snowbreak. I played it before all the hype took off, and Snowbreak is like a cheaper gacha from, China that focused fully on like lewdness and silliness and that almost to a negative degree. like legitimately to an almost negative degree, where the story itself was impacted by the devs being so anti, like, we're not gonna have men in our story, we're not gonna have, like, fucking all those people that complain on, like, you know the people that complain on Twitter, like, the Karen types that complain on Twitter about gachas or something being too sexual or whatever, for women. They were so angry at those people that they specifically came out to say their story would never be like that, and they start arguing about it a lot, like a lot of their main actual creators were, and I kind of understand that because, like, you know, they who likes being bullied and forced by these people, but it's almost feeling like their focus on BMing and hating on the people that were hating on them and their type of story. It almost feels like in their seeking of, like, bullying those people, they actually hobbled their own story. It's hard to explain, but it's like when you tell me that your story will always be endless, like, love fest harem. The main character will always be help the girls and will always get with every girl, and every girl will have sex with the main character. Like, if you say crazy stuff like that and you openly, like, say that this is what we're forcing in, we are never going to change, well, the story will always be this. At the same time, I'm kind of going, man, that doesn't that limit the kind of story elements? And I feel like you're not focused on the story as much as you're just, like, focused on BMing the people who hate you, which is fair. I mean, they are hating on you, but man, I feel like you're kind of, like, hobbling yourself, you know? The story itself doesn't have to be this. We could have a good story while having these things. And I just feel like it's kind of falls apart there. Like, just for me personally. Yeah, gang, take that way, put it. You're edging me. I really should do it. Well, don't worry, I'm gonna play the game. This is how my streams go, just for reference to anyone who's sitting here right now. This is how my streams always go. I spend, I don't know, 30 minutes, an hour, chatting like a true VTuber. I VTuber max, and then I play the game and start crashing out. Or at least try to play the game and avoid crashing out. But I'll do that, don't worry. I will start playing the game eventually. There will be gameplay in the stream, other than me jumping around and on things and just ignoring waypoints. I will go speak to the Void over there. The woman will get her words. I will speak to woman. I want to see you play the Citadel on stream. Is that like a boomer shooter with, like, the anime girls? I love Love and Deep Space. Not gonna lie, the story is good. Actually, unexpected. You know what? Given how bad Weathering Waves has got, I wouldn't even, like, run away. I might even consider looking at it. I'm pretty open to just playing whatever the fuck, so I'd openly try it. I think it's so pornographic though I can't actually play it on stream. Early 19 is typically pretentious and art house story. You can smell the ciggies and chuckles of smug writers. That's fair. That is actually fair. I've seen those kinds of people before as writers. I know that that's how people can be, but, like, okay, let's be honest, guys. Since Genshin Impact kind of impacted the universe, haven't stories that are gachas just kind of turned into, like, the same slop? Don't they feel like JRPG slop, right? They feel like, but never, like, to the good degrees. Like, there's a lot of good JRPGs out there that have, like, really dark, interesting worlds that, like, they get into some cool ideas and elements, right? Yet I feel like gachas like Weathering Waves, Star Rail, to a lesser extent Star Rail and that, but definitely Weathering Waves and some of the other ones, they like to play with darker elements or interesting elements, but never actually go there. And part of me is because they just have to edge. It's like they're edging a good story. And I feel like I've noticed this, and I wonder if other people have noticed this too, but there's a lot of these gacha games that edge being good. They're edging having a good story, you know? Goddamn autocorrect. There's autocorrect. It is what it is. It does have a story, but I'm chapter 10. It's boring as fuck. Oh shit. I'm not gonna lie. I love talkers. I'm a true listener. Hey, it is. That's all right. That's fair. People can, you know, people can just listen, can chill out and do whatever. I'm actually a YouTuber, mostly. And I spend most of my my fucking days just focusing on making my shitty anime reviews and game reviews over on my main channel. This is just the side shit I do because I thought, you know what, I actually want to engage with my community and, you know, fuck around and stuff. Even though this ends up just being a suffering experience for me and, like, me alone. The Boomer Shoot, yes. I saw the anime thing. I'll check it out. I would check that. I think I actually have that game. Did I have that game? I don't know. I'll have to look into it, but I will play it. We won't be I have played other games, and I will play other games. This life will not end with just me endlessly playing Wuthering Waves. The spicy scenes happen when you get a golden gacha, so if you don't pull anything, it won't really... Oh, really? Okay, so you could play through the entire thing and just not roll. Speaking of not rolling, I haven't rolled at all in Wuthering Waves. For, like, ages. Same for Weather... Actually, I think the same for Zenless Zone Zero. I didn't roll at all for the longest time. I haven't ground the game. I haven't grinded the game though. I have to say I haven't grinded the game. Like let's have a look. Like where's the is it Wish? What's it called on this? What's like the is it? I actually don't remember. It's been so long. Oh my god, it's been so long that I don't actually know which one is like their Wish equivalent because I haven't done it. Wow. Wow, okay. That's crazy that I couldn't actually think of it. No matter what he tells you, Detective is not a good editor. His fusion tab is still, it has its virginity. Hey! I'm not a good editor. I never said I was. I'm all about just talking about stuff. This yapping that you've seen here is what my videos tend to turn into. Or at the very least, some of the more, like, talky ones. My recent video that I released for anyone who goes on the channel, you'll see that the video is like literally me playing a free game on Steam and just losing my mind and just making a big old joke about it. Sleeping with Sakia. I had fun playing that. It was silly and fun, and I just made like a 6-minute video about it. Where I thought, let's make as many jokes as possible. But prior to that, I make some in-depth videos about like Toho and Little Reimu, Gojo Senki, which is the most popular one, probably the only thing people know me for, honestly. 500,000 views, yay! But that's about it. Everything else is done kind of like low to mid in terms of views and stuff like that. And it's something that I'm trying to overcome. But you know, it is what it is. When you're trying to be like content man, you're trying to be like the big sock on the block. It's not going to be easy. I don't have titties. I don't have jiggle physics. I am in the losing condition when it comes to game, to trying to be a big streamer. I don't have those big jiggling milkers, guys. I'm sorry. I am off to work. I've got to get on my, I'm off work on to way to get my food and alcohol. Now that's an experience. Food and alcohol. Give me some, when I lived in Japan, I loved me some shochu, like that I used to get, even though I know that's Korean. It was shochu, sake. That shit was great. That shit was awesome. Oh god, I could eat some of that. And then just great stuff. You need to roll, but you won't get a good shit in the start. I've only played the first few chapters and they were actually alright, and the combat is surprisingly good. There's a few games that have decent story. I'm glad you have the jiggle physics. You don't have the jiggle physics. That's why I pressed on the stream. Ah, I see. I'm getting there's a certain niche, guys. We're dialing into a certain niche here. The niche of people who are interested in VTubers, but don't want to just have a half chub the entire stream. This is welcome to the Say So stream, where every one of my streams is literally just not safe for work for me because I'm suffering this fucking hell of playing gacha games written by goddamn Neanderthals. And yet I keep doing it like a crazy person. After all, the title of the stream is The Definition of Insanity. That is a true and accurate position to take. Good lord. Strong Zero. I did enjoy Strong Zero as well when I was in Japan. What I would do is me and my friend, we would, like, I wasn't a big clubber. I've never clubbed before really in Australia because I'm Australian, but I never really went to clubs. But when I was living in Japan for a short time, and I wanted to go to clubs because I was like, I want to try it out. Before we'd go into the clubs, because it was expensive, I'd go with my friend and we would just like buy some convenience store alcohol, some Strong Zero or something, the 9%ers, and we just smash it while sitting at near midnight at the park benches. Of course, we would always put our rubbish away and I wouldn't bother anyone. I'm a very kind drunk, I'll have you know. And then we'd go into the club because, like, my god, you get one free drink slip and everything else was ridiculously expensive. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going into the club at the opportune time. And because I'm not a woman, I can't take advantage of the power of getting in for free. damn it, woman privilege. But it makes sense because, you know, otherwise it would just be a sausage fest, let's be honest. That's what clubs are for, really. You're like a gambling addict who hates gambling. Guys, this is the worst. Never do this. Let me just go pull on the fucking, like, pachinko some more, guys. Let me just do it. Nah, he just broke. That's actually true. No, I'd like to think, while I am broke as fuck, like, I legitimately am broke as fuck. I am big community almost level broke as fuck. And if I didn't have my pride, I'd probably have one of those things that says, guys, getting my rent. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to burn through my fucking savings. But I like to think that even if I had money and I had like a stable income, I'd probably still not spend money on the gachas. I'd probably still be endlessly complaining about them, but I wouldn't be spending money. That's what I want to believe about myself. I want to believe that I would be able to avoid that. It's true, I pays rent. Technically, yes. Although not completely. I have to, like, there's no fucking way my channel pays my rent right now. My channel in general. And, like, I really do appreciate all of the work. And patrons, you Arctic, great shit. Thank you very much. You all help out a lot. You know, this is still a small channel. This is a small baby channel. I stream here for fun. My YouTube channel gets me a handful of AdSense money a week, and, you know, the Patreon probably pays for more than anything else. But the truth is, I do just live off my savings a bit. But that's fine. I'm not saying you guys need to give me money. No, it's just, it is what it is. I could just stream less. I could stream less. I could just, like, edit less. I could do less content, and then just, you know, not, and like and then go and get like a job somewhere. I could do that. I could do that. It's just that I want to really aim for this, and that's just, you know, it's just how it is. That's just how it is. I want to try my best, is what it is. And I know I'm not like a big titty streamer. I don't have a cute voice. I'm not a cool anime girl. I can't pull off that. I'm just a sock. But you know what? I'm having fun, and even though I'm not gonna achieve everything I want to in like 10 seconds or 10 streams, it's fun to try. It is fun to try. I'm climbing the tree. Ah. All right. But where the actual fun in it is the actual job, when the fun lies when you've got a goal. Yeah, pretty much. One of the things I hated about a job, right, is like a normal job. And this is like, not, I don't hate jobs. I think, you know, working is fine. What I disliked was that I didn't feel like I was doing something for me, you know? It felt like I was just working for other people, which is what you are. It's just working for other people. And there's something fun and liberating about trying to work for yourself. Trying to be the best person to attract views on YouTube and stuff. Because while I do stream and stuff, most of my like, you know, attempts at making content, man, is on fucking YouTube. Like, I'm sorry guys, I'm not maxing my streams out. If I was, maybe the sock would be slightly more animated. One of the VTubers I have worked with in the past actually offered once to rig the sock for a few dollars, and I was like, you know what, that sounds like fun, but I literally, like, it doesn't matter to me. It's just a silly sock. It is what it is. Because I'm of the full-on true belief that if you are a good streamer, or if you're a good content person, having a sock would be fine. If I was actually, like, worth watching, if I found the community that were having fun and were following me and all those kinds of things, they do so because I was good at just talking. I wouldn't need all of the background music or the jiggle physics or the donation TTS or, like, you know, all the silly stuff like that. As long as I can be entertaining in my own way, then I should be able to break through without all those smaller elements, is what I kind of believe. And I do the same thing for my YouTube channel. I just focus on making content that is good rather than trying to make slop. Say, hey guys, welcome to discussing chapter 523 of One Piece. In this episode, XYZ happens, and yeah, basically it's the best thing ever. Tune in next week for some deep thoughts about One Piece, and also make sure to like and subscribe. And then, like, parenthesis, that video for that fucking type of channel probably gets 20,000 views a fucking week. Or in a week. Like, it's such slop content where it's just taking advantage of the people who just really fucking love One Piece. But I just didn't want to be that channel, which is why my videos aren't like as trend chasey as they could be. Yo, sub-only chat. Oh yeah, sub-only chats and stuff. Yeah, that's another example. I could never do that. I could never bring myself to do those kinds of things. And I think those are the kinds of things you do, like when you're trying to, like, you know, monetize your community more, you know? It's when you've got your community and you want to monetize it for whatever reason, to a high degree. Whereas I want to have a hands-off monetization. In the end, the idea being that if you're watching me, I'm already getting a tiny bit of fucking AdSense. I put it on the lowest thing for ads. But also, if you're watching my videos, you're technically supporting me. And if you would do that at the basis level, you've watched my videos, maybe you didn't have ad block on. Wow, very nice of you, very kind. Or you shared my videos. Damn, you're already helping me out, which is what I do. But I know there are reasons, and I don't hate people who start spending money, I mean, like, building up monetization. Because, like, if they want to have, like, cool, like, levels that people, that like, hey, community, if you want to support me, you go here, you go there, you do this and that. I get it. I don't hate that kind of shit. It's just not for me. I've always been a true free-to-play. I'm free-to-play on everything. One time on my way to the club, I bought a $4 bottle of wine and drank all of it on the bus. I don't remember what happened that night, but I'm told it involved vomit, homeless people, and sliding down a 100-meter hill. See, I have never reached that level. Okay, I lie. I once went to when I was in Japan and working, I had to go to a work function where I just drank so much fucking gin. It was ridiculous. To be fair, everyone else was smashed there too, so it's not really my fault. But where the fun is the actual job with, yeah, you gotta go. Asking again, have you ever heard of Morimans? I've never heard. I really like the gameplay, but it was a bit boring. I've never heard of Morimans. I'm not sure what that is. Is that a Steam game? If it's a Steam game, I'm looking up afterwards. Donate money to the sock. You need somebody to patch up all these holes. No. Actually, you know what's funny? I currently have three. No. I currently have 3 pairs of summer socks. For some reason, I have like 8 pairs of winter socks. All 3 pairs of my fucking summer socks have holes in them. I'm not even kidding. And no, that's not a position of me being like that's a bit of more of a position of me being lazy as it is a proof of my financial circumstances. I don't go outside. I am a fucking NEET. I stay in and I just edit and I do that and I go out. The only times I leave the house is for the gym. I do once a week at a gym. That's the only time I leave. Listen, detective, but a cool avatar is still welcome. That is true. I would love to make a cool avatar. As much as I enjoy the sock, and I probably would never change out from a sock, if I had the community, I 100% would, like, improve the sock, make it better in some ways or shape or form. People who racked a One Piece for the first time, they've known it for their whole life. Yeah. I'll do a pretend reaction stream, guys. Like, oh, guys, whoa, his arm is stretching. Oh my god, guys, look, it's holy shit. Oh my god, oh, you know that. Who's this Zoro guy? So cool. Like, that'll be me. I'll just, like, fucking, oh god, that would be like selling my soul. You know what? And I'd get views. That's the problem with me. I want to get big on YouTube. I want to be a big YouTuber. I'm not gonna lie. I want to be a big YouTuber. I want to live and be a content guy. But holy fuck, I can't bring myself to be a slop tuber. I can't bring myself to lie. And it's actually a problem of mine. I need to be more stupid, more silly, more like indulgent in trends. But I just can't bring myself to do it. There'd be only 3 people chatting. Yeah, that's true. If I made it, like, there's only, I think I'm actually impressed. Like, this, I think right now with you guys in chat, I mean, this is the closest this is the most subs I've ever had on this channel. I've been doing that for like a year. It's a gacha game. Really? That's a Morame? I'll have to check it out. We made it, boys. It's 1 hour yapper. Yep, there we go. Naturally, the 1 hour yap. That's how you know it's a detective stream. There are 3 minutes left. Oh, okay. Let me just sit around for 3 minutes. Clickbait tiles and thumbnails. You have to win. See, okay. I'm not sure. How do you guys feel? All right. I think pretty much I can accept that all of you guys have been on my channel at this point. You know who I am. You've been on that channel. You most likely came from that point. I know some of you, Alicia, you said you showed up from seeing me in the Weathering Waves list, but you guys have probably seen my channel. Are my thumbnails bad? Are they that bad? I don't know. I mean, like, I don't think my thumbnails are that bad. I think they're all right. And like the titles, yeah, the titles aren't clickbait, you know, like Jojo Sankey, a biased review, a ruthlessly biased review. I see they aren't bad. Oh, thank you. I think they're generally pretty good. Yeah, I try my best. I test them out and I try and build them up. I don't think they're terrible. Now, real clickbait, I put those on the VOD channel for fun. Just for fun, I make the stupidest clickbait. I made one of the thumbnails for the last Weathering Waves stream was simply the words exquisite chest and a red arrow pointed to Cantarella's. That was all it was. Or another one was a picture of the other girl in this game that simply said, "Does she know?" Just because I could. But no, I put a lot of effort into my thumbnails. I don't think I'm perfect at it. I know there's like a science to thumbnails and titles and stuff that I just don't have, but I try my best with them. I haven't seen them yet. Let me sub to the YouTube. Check it out in the description. Go have a look. You'll have a look down there. It's in the description and stuff. Have fun there. Thank you for joining. It's like, look at this, guys. I want another viewer. Make sure you view all the videos. Have fun. They're all great, even if their fucking views aren't that crazy. For some of them, at least. The Sleeping with Saki video was a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun, even if it's only got 2,700 views. Jesus Christ. I'm falling off, guys. Detective has fallen off. When the truth is, I was never on in the first place. There has been a problem with the yapping, my friends. My coffee has gone cold. I am drinking lukewarm coffee now from a comically oversized cup because I decided to get it. I was like, you know what? I'm playing Wuthering Waves. We're going to need a big fucking coffee. And then I just didn't drink it. God damn it. Sleeping with Sakia is the only good video. Shecky, you only care about jokes. You only care about jokes. Like, my videos are highbrow. You don't understand. Okay, they're not highbrow. I was actually thinking about it the other day. My videos are like, as I was talking about before, I definitely should just trend chase if I wanted to be big on YouTube. But I make my videos in such a way that is a really weird way, because like they should be either full essay style or they should be full joke style. And yet I sit there and I try and fuse the two together. It's like oil and water, and I'm just saying, go on, get together, get in there, become one. That's my video approach. I love you, Maid Deer. You made deal is peak. I gotta love Sakia is peak. You should make videos about reacting to yaoi anime. Trust me, it'll get full views. Maybe. You know what? It would make views if I was a big creator. If I was a big creator, because if I saw Wendigoon release a video that says reacting to One Piece or reacting to yaoi, I'd probably be like, what? What the fuck? And I'd click. I'm just saying I'd click. I don't have that many people that want to see what the fuck Anime Detective thinks about fucking yaoi. Like, I don't have it yet. The closest reaction I've got to that is a Sleeping with Saki video. And the Sleeping with Saki video did really well amongst my, like some specific subs of mine. But I'm not a big channel. A big channel would release a Sleeping with Saki video and get 100,000 views. I get 2,700. I haven't seen the video yet, and I went on a trip right after you release it, and at the moment I'm catching up on my backload videos. Oh, that's fair, that's fair. Have fun with it. It's a bit of a shitpost. It is a bit of a shitpost. Yeah, you need to build up. Yes, pretty much. You need to build up brand recognition. People need to be like, oh, that's Detective. And while I do have people who are like that, you know, some of you guys in right here, right now, are those people that pay attention to my channel and really I do appreciate your existence. And there are more on YouTube, you know, whenever I'm posting a video, I get like some, you know, commenters, because of course I read all the comments, who are people who I recognize and like, another banger from Detective. And I always feel good when I see stuff like that. But I'm nowhere, I ain't no fucking household name when it comes to YouTube. I'm not even up there in the anime creators. Like, you know, I'm never going to be considered alongside like the Gigux or the glass looking thing or whatever, or who's another creator? There's a few creators out there that like do like longer form video shit, like that as I like to do. Would be nice to be considered along with them. X-Arm reaction stream? Fuck me, no thank you. Actually, that'd be kind of funny, but no, oh god. X-Arm is a blight on the community. Oh god, why? I think the Black Lagoon video is my favorite, but that might be due to personal bias. Everyone has their personal bias. A lot of people watch my videos because they have a personal bias towards that anime or video. Like, people who watched the Yojo Senki video, they enjoyed the Yojo Senki video because they like Yojo Senki. The Toho fan video, like the Toho video didn't do crazy good, like got 28,000 views at this point. But Toho video has a lot of fans amongst the actual, you know, fans of Toho. And they enjoy it. It's just the reality of things. Like, people like this thing, they'll click on it. And like, I'm yet to reach the point where people are there's not a lot of people who click on my videos for me yet. Let's be honest here. They're not clicking on these on my channel. They're like, oh, Detective made a video on fucking Sai no Uta. I don't know what this is, or I hate Sai no Uta, but I love Detective. I'm gonna click on this video. That's not something that happens yet. I haven't reached that point, and perhaps never will. But there is joy in trying to strive for a goal of that. Being in the liquor store makes me feel like a kid in the toy store. Ah, simple. You're really living the military life, Skeleton. Now all you need to get is a stripper wife, and then a stripper wife, get deployed to Iran, and then get cheated on, and you've got the full military experience. Oh, and PTSD. You should make a video on the downfall of the Tokyo Ghoul anime adaptation, just throwing things out. I would actually legitimately make a video on that. It's on my list. You guys don't know this, but I actually have an extremely long list of all the anime ideas and discussion ideas that I want to talk about and make videos on. And it's a very fucking long list. Like, a very long list. And I will 100% be trying to go through it. Right now, I need to focus on trying to balance out my own desires with trends and things like that, so I can reach higher levels, because there is that kind of grimy, unfortunate element of, I can't just make a story, like a video on, say, Rosen Maiden, like one of the earlier animes I watched that is really kind of niche and old, that I fucking loved as a kid. I can't make a video on that because it won't get a crazy amount of views. I need to mix in something that I know would get some views, but I'm also still passionate about. That's like the trade-off you need to do when you're trying to make something function. Because, like, remember, I'm not becoming a slop channel releasing shorts every second week about Overlord and how this character, did you know, which is the level I won't go to. But I still need to put in some level of understanding and focus on what an audience wants. Because I can't just max my own desires and expect everyone to love it. I need to fit myself and fit what I love, also fit that to what the audience loves. That's not to say my videos are a lie. I believe and I say all the things I say, and I believe it. They're jokes and they're fun, and I'm having fun. It's just that I'm choosing topics. And generally, I'm choosing topics I care about. Sometimes, though, I will go off the reservation. For example, Little Reimu, video on Little Reimu and Toho, off the reservation. Video on Signalis, off the reservation. Video on fucking Sleeping with Sakuya, off the fucking reservation for sure. There are occasional times where I do that, but other times where I'll make a video that I'm trying to appeal to a greater audience, like my Cyberpunk video, which didn't do very well, to be honest, despite the fact that I tried to focus on those things. 10-year military career speedrun. Yeah, you're gonna get, go get your stripper wife. How many entries are on your list, and how many of them are guaranteed? Almost all of them are guaranteed as long as I'm alive. As long as I am alive and have a channel and a way to experience it, you can guarantee that almost every single one of them would get a video on it. It doesn't grow every fucking season. It basically just is a very large list that has a very high bar for things to get on it, for things that I really want to talk about. So the list is actually quite long. I think it's around about 80 to 100 items separated into subcategories. So yeah, there should be a balance. Yeah. You got to have a balance. Why don't you make shorts of your videos? It seems like a lot of works a lot of creators. The actual truth is this. I made a shorts video channel. And two things happened that I got scared by. One was one of my shorts got me community noted, not noted, sorry. One of my shorts that I put on the shorts channel, because I made a shorts channel, one of the shorts got striked and got me a community warning. It wasn't a strike, but it got a warning because I basically uploaded a part where I made fun of something in reference to Ted Kaczynski, and it said, the AIs for YouTube said it believed I was spreading like extremist views when I was like saying some silly Ted Kaczynski shit, and therefore I was like, oh fuck, that's not good. Then also I saw people had their detached channels that they would make like shorts from. Like some people would make shorts of their original channel, and those people were having their original channel strike down by the AI moderation on YouTube because the AI was stupid. It saw another channel with similar content and said, this is fake. Delete their channel. And I was terrified of the AI moderation. So YouTube Shorts, I stopped. I still do shorts. Like, you guys don't know it because but I do actually spread out for this. I do shorts on TikTok. Because there's an easy scheduling system on TikTok, so you can schedule them to upload. So I do shorts on TikTok, and I did them for a while. They don't get crazy views, but you know, it's fun and it's just something to do to help the channel. I tried to do it on Instagram, but Instagram is so fucking annoying. You can't do shorts on Instagram unless or reels on Instagram, sorry, in a scheduled way, unless you have a Facebook. I tried to make a Facebook, but I'm an Australian, so I made the Facebook, and then it said, can you send us like a photo of your ID? I was like, what? And then I didn't do it in 10 minutes, so it locked me out, and I was like, you know what, fuck this. I don't, and I stopped. That's my experience with it. Make top 50 problems with GFL chapter 15. Oh, that's true. That's true. That's the way to future. Way to the future. Does bro have TikTok? YouTube is just things. Yeah, it is. It is really fucking sensitive. And right now, YouTube. Okay, the two fears of YouTube as a creator have always been the YouTubers getting hit by strikes, by, you know, copyright strikes that are like frivolous, or having your channel taken down by companies or whatnot, which is always a fear for me, even as I talk about anime or games, and also other like creators, like, you know, they take your content and for some reason they'd like try and get, you know, there's some dude in some fucking third world country is like, yes, I can upload a part of his video and then claim that the rest is mine, and the YouTube system is like broken as fuck, so it just lets him do it. Or this is my newest fear and the more recent fear, and it's why I'm waiting for a lot of these things to be ironed out, and I don't know how long it'll take. AI moderation being so off the mark, the shotgun firing of AI moderation, just killing channels out of nowhere, is terrifying. When I see that shit, it terrifies me. Because, like, to be honest, as much as I love streaming, YouTube is really where all my stuff is. YouTube is where my passion is. And if that got fucking destroyed, I'd be like, damn, what do I do? So that's why I stopped making shorts on there, because I was terrified of it all like coming back to bite me. And here and the VOD channel is a little different. The VOD channel is like more of a shitpost, and like less stuff. But yeah, that's why I don't have it on there. That's why you should upload them on your main YouTube. I did upload 1 or 2 on my main YouTube, but I also at the same time didn't want to like smother it. Because here's another like insider information that you probably don't know unless you're like in the YouTube sphere who's focused on all this stupid stuff like I have. Shorts, people who watch shorts are different from people who watch long form YouTube videos. Basically, this is what happens. It's very common amongst YouTubers. And you know, there are people out there who make YouTube channels, like they make it as a career. They make a channel, or they try and make a new channel, then they flip it, or they make a channel and they keep just making new channels and making new channels to try and make money. And what they've noticed, and what the truth is, people who click on shorts and press subscribe from shorts don't watch long form videos. The translation from I watched a short of your video and it's funny to I'm going to watch the main video is actually quite small. And what you end up having is an imbalance of subscribers. You want to have subscribers who are called good quality subscribers. That means they are people who subscribe to your channel. They watch your content for the long form stuff. Because those people, they'll watch when you upload a video. But when you upload a video, the people who subscribe because they watched like 2 or 3 shorts of your stuff, they're not going to watch the long form video. Which is why I attempted to separate it out by making separate channels. And then I saw the AI stuff. Then I also had like the community guidelines thing that came up on me. And I was like, outside of context, some of my jokes are a little brutal. Some of my jokes about Ted Kaczynski and various other famous dangerous figures could get me in a little bit of trouble with YouTube. So I was like, you know what, let's leave it in context so I can have fun with it. Which is why I've reached where I've reached. You are right though, I could have editors, I could have specialized channels, I could hire people, I could try and, for example, I could pay people to make me shorts or highlight clips of my streams. I could do all these kinds of things to improve, but that costs money that I don't have. I actually treat my money like this. I treat my YouTube like this. As I reach a point where I'm gaining an influence, not influence, sorry, a income from something, then I use that to justify purchasing something to upgrade it. You know, YouTube's going okay. I spent like almost a year saving up the Patreon money to buy the mic that you're just listening from right now. That's what I did. I took the money that I was earning and put it into what I was getting at like a base level. Like, I think this is fair. Whereas other people I know, and to their credit, some of these are fine, will hire, even though they're smaller or they don't have a lot of views, they'll hire like big editors. They'll hire specialized thumbnail artists. They'll get clippers. They'll get all that kind of stuff. They will build up those things even when they're a small channel. I don't do that, even though perhaps that would be a more effective thing to do. I just kind of focus on what the levels that I can do that I can also justify economically is how I approach these things. Ah, God. There's something nice about cold coffee. It's almost like I've got myself some iced coffee out of nowhere. Even Ted's Legacy is trying to blow up your stuff now. Indeed, Uncle Ted. Speaking of videos though, you guys don't, maybe you guys do, maybe you guys don't know, but there is another creator uploaded a video with me in it. I'm going to upload a community post about this, probably this week, so you probably don't have to jump in it now. But I upload, this is a person who does the things I just told you about, actually. Like, you know, hires big editors, hires really good stuff to make their videos bigger. And he uploaded a Helldivers kind of video where he's talking about the video, and also a sloppy kind of like clip channel, like kind of element of like all friends just playing around and being silly. And I was playing the game with him, and he did some Russian badger stuff. He got like a full-on Blender model of Erika Furudo from Umineko, because that's, you know, the main avatar I use in a lot of things, and actually kind of made some Russian badger jokes with my like voice, because I was playing with him, and he took the clips and stuff and turned it into that. It's actually a pretty fun video. So, like, you know, check that out. That's another thing I was involved in. He's a small creator. I don't know how many views he's gotten on it yet, but it's always something I like to support. Not just because I was in the video as well. It's like, yeah, support small creators. Also the fact that I'm there. But no, he's a furry creator though, so do be aware that I bully him consistently in the video. But that's true male friendships, I find. True male friendship is ground in bullying. If you're not making fun of each other, are you really friends? You know, let's be honest here. High initial investment to gain engagement. Yes, that's the approach of what you would do of like buying good editors. Because like his video is amazing. His video in terms of the editing is solid, like professional stuff, even more professional than anything I've made. He's a smaller channel than me, but his video way more professional than mine. But he's a much smaller channel because he put that money in and he bought those things, he purchased those editors, he purchased those things, he's investing in himself. Whereas I don't. I'm not trying to, because it's like a company, you know, like you hear investments of companies. They'll spend a lot of money, but they won't make money for years because they're scaling their operation until they try and make money off it. Whereas I have not done that, which capitalistically isn't the best thing to do, but risk aversion, it's a good idea to do. And it gives me more time because yes, I'm burning through like things like, you know, my savings so I can like sit here and like chat with you guys and like edit full time. But at the same time, the less money I spend, the longer I can do this until I reach a point where it's like, okay, all right, fuck it. I have to go and get a goddamn job. I love cold coffee. Yeah, sometimes it's nice. Sounds like what some VTubers do. Yes, there are plenty of VTubers, and it works for some of them. I know there are some VTubers out there. Maybe they're recreations who like originally were like streamers or something. They had some experience, but I've seen VTubers that have debuted like a year ago and right now are massive. Like, because and they have an advantage being VTubers, obviously. And let's be honest, you're an attractive girl. It is what it is, and I'm not going to belittle that. And yeah, they also scale themselves up where they, you know, they hire a clipper, they get mods for their community, they hire some artists, they commission artists to make things for them. That's the approach of like, are they earning enough money to justify those things? Not yet. But the idea is that like all this cool art, all these cool clips will eventually lead to more people finding me. More people find me. They come to my things. They sub to me. They watch my content. They go to my sponsors and stuff. And it makes sense. It's not for me for a variety of reasons, and I'm just kind of risk averse. Bullying furries is not going far enough. We can't expect God to do all the work. Well, I unfortunately, he did it to me because I was bullying him for being a furry in that game, and then he shotgunned me in the head. It was a very funny clip, actually. I've always bullied my friends, even shit random classmates. That's just how I make friends. Yeah. Most people have made friends from that. They see it as an investment, but it's risky. Yes. The truth of the matter is, though, because like it's if it works, you'll be hailed as a visionary, and you justified. But if it doesn't work, you'll fall apart. Now, to be fair to him and to be fair to others like that, the amount of money he's putting in is not like literally like I'm fucking leveraging a mortgage. It's not like it's just like he's got a main job type thing. So he's got a job and he's just taking the money that he could be putting in savings and he's putting it towards his channel, which is entirely fair. And in my case, I'm just taking time rather than and putting it into the channel rather than getting a job and then using that money to put back in the thing. And you might argue that one way is better than the other. I just feel like I don't think I could get an editor who could really like capture my kind of insanity appropriately. I feel like I can't really get a great grip on them. I mean, a great grip on the editing that I do for my videos, which is really weird. You need more channel emotes when you can afford them, my guy. I can actually get emotes, but I just don't know what to put there, to be honest. I don't know what to put there. Like, and I don't know how. Like, is it something that is like, you just, is it like all like the silly stars or whatnot? We already have peak though. Is that a star? What is that star? I'm checking out your whole channel after this stream. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, man. You might enjoy it, and maybe you don't enjoy it. Like, and who knows? Maybe you're just going to be here for the streams where I talk long form about the stupidest stuff. But you'll find that my attempts at making a channel and making a video is I wanted to marry, and this is just more discussion about the things. And we'll play the game in a minute, I promise. Was an attempt to marry the two concepts of an essay about like a topic, like a serious, in-depth essay about something, with a shitpost video similar to Seth Zintach or something like that. It was an attempt to marry these two concepts. And what I ended up with was something I'm proud of, but who knows, I'm still working out. And maybe it doesn't appeal to a lot of people, because someone who's here for a joke perhaps isn't here for a long, in-depth review of a video. In-depth review of a game or an anime. So it's like, it's trying to get these two things together. And it's tricky. It is tricky. But no, like, thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for checking out. Make sure you check out the stuff. I'm going to actually play the game now. Now, let's go talk to a woman. So, hello there. Hello there, VOD watcher. Because remember, I put up the top there that you can come here to watch at this exact point where I play the game. Hello. Hello, VOD watcher. Are you feeling well? You're looking quite nice. Whew, that skirt's a little short in there, you said, VOD watcher. Damn. I'm not complaining, though. Just, walk up the stairs in front of me. Anyway, gameplay. After an hour and 20 minutes, crazy. That's how you know I'm a true VTuber. Yeah, sure. I won't tell anyone. Yep. Thank you. Poor girl. I know what I want to do now. Is it become a better story figure? Do you want to go beat up the riders? I want to... What? You want to surpass you? Huh? You're stronger than me. Okay, so you're my rival now? That's an unexpected twist. Time for the drinking game. Woo! Drink every time I fucking crash out. Don't worry. I've calmed down from yesterday. We're gonna get through, because remember, the main story elements are done. Now they just need to vibe, and they're decent okay at vibe coding their characters. That's definitely something people look for in the to catch the attention of people that suffer between Seth and Mandalore videos. You can make big gains. Like, I'm trying. I would love... every time I get a comment from someone who says, hey, this is really nice, it's just like, you know, Mandalore, just like Seth, I get a little bit of happiness because, like, I know that those are my favorite creators. And there are other creators I really love too that I'd love to be compared to. Like, I know, like, some people say, oh, I don't want to be compared to creators. But man, when you get compared to someone that you really respect, it's a big deal. You could defy my wishes, ignore my pleas, defeat me, and in the end save me. Yeah, I guess. But I don't really think that was because I was stronger. That's because the author and really just wanted to have an emotional moment where I could catch you falling or something. That was literally it. But one day, if you find some similar predicament, who's gonna save you? Like, literally, probably anyone, because that's not gonna happen. God, if they're setting this up, like, oh man. I'm just thinking that the ending of this, like, I reached the end of Weathering Waves, and this fucking arc happens again, just in reverse. I'm just gonna cry. I fucking hate it when games set up, like, a story sets up a logical, you can't do this, or a logical, this is an unavoidable death, or this is an unavoidable truth of our world and law, and then they just avoid it by courage and friendship. It fucking fucks me up. Fucks me up, man. When you bond with the Sentinel, you know, also speaking of cliche for real, yeah. And speaking of Mandalore, one of my proudest collabs is I had Mandalore in one of my videos. That was great. He was in the not the video that didn't do crazy good, but he's in the Cowboy Bebop video I did, and I think I used him in a very funny way. It was very fun. Your bond with the Sentinel is now a bond with me. Oh. You know what? I'd forgive everything. Can we just say, like, if I had choices here in this game, I'd like to say, bonds, can we just strengthen our bonds and then immediately start making out and then, like, fade to black? I'd be like, you know what? 10 out of 10, absolute cinema. I forgive you, Weathering Waves. This is the greatest game I've ever played. Rhymes me some shit from My Little Pony. Damn. Now that's an intense one. So often in Eastern web novels, it's awful. Yeah, Eastern web novels are terrible with that shit. I want to be more than someone who just works on trifles like harmonizing frequencies between you and her. You know, you might have been good if you were still the tall and sexy version. The version of her prior, like, this is a small version. Her original version was like fucking 6 foot, 7 foot tall, ridiculously hot Amazonian version. I'm like, damn, son, that's the one I want back. Oh yeah, this stupid little fucking, like, Paimon ripoff is like, I'm feeling better now. I didn't really care. They tried to make it like, one of the core elements they tried to make is like the little Paimon monster was dying, but I didn't give a single flying fuck. I'm now home for good. All right, begin drinking. Begin drinking. Drink yourself into a hole. Mr. Sock, are you down to clown on horror game? You know what? If I'm not asleep, I might. Because, you know, I usually kind of fall asleep after stream. Like, you got, because I wake up early so I can catch you guys. I can't stand Japanese VA. It's all right, man. Her VA, okay, I'm okay with Japanese VA. Like 99% of the time, I prefer it. Her VA has the worst direction for her character, in my opinion. It's probably one of the saddest things because she's a great VA. I've heard her in other things, but you know, it is what it is. If you don't like the Japanese VA, that's all right. I'd probably get more. Again, that's another thing that is like me in this viewer thing. Why not horror game now? Because I'm playing another horror game. It's called Weathering fucking Waves. But you can't just have me like an hour and a half yap about the game and then just not play it. Get like 10 minutes into the story. What? How bad do you think I am? Shivering Waves. I'm shivering me timbers. But no, I play with Japanese voice acting for almost everything I play when I can, or Korean voice acting if it was originally made in Korean occasionally. I haven't. The only ones that I don't play, I just kind of avoid the English voice acting because call me insane, but I just don't want to deal with localization. Plus, I can actually understand Japanese. Konnichiwa, watashi wa nihongo wakarimasu. Sugoku sugoi desu. Desho? Sugoku sugoi. Watashi wa sugoi weebu. Sa, mecha otaku desu yo. Sorry. I'm sorry. Detective, there are days worth of your WuWa. You know what? You're right. If you took all my WuWa yapping, I'd probably have a 24-hour fucking stream. I always play Chinese with the OG voice. That's good. Yeah, no, that's what people do. Some people just play with like the OG voices and stuff. And that's totally fair. I totally get it. Cringe weebery. Fuck you. I learned a language. You should be impressed. I need to defy your wishes and defeat you and be your savior. You speak as if I were a villain. If that were ever happened, I would need a greater power to see you. See, as fun as this idea is, here's my problem. I don't trust Wuthering Waves to actually make a good story about me becoming a villain. And you know what? I'd love a fucking gacha of you being a villain. Could you imagine a great gacha that is all set around the main character becoming a villain or being a villain? Imagine this. Imagine the setting. Wuthering Waves or Star Rail or whatever other gacha game you want to pull out. But instead of being the former hero with amnesia, or instead of being a god destined to win, or instead of being like on the path to become victory like in Star Rail or whatever, you are actually a villain who either went back in time, like, or maybe was thrown into a new world, or maybe we take a page out of wushu books, you know, the Chinese martial arts books. You are a villain who was defeated and thrown forward in time, and you are now in this new place, and you're like hiding, you're trying to get your power back, and like you're just kind of going along with this stuff, and like you're doing good stuff because you were like one of those villains who's like, I want to gain power to change the world. You weren't one of those villains who just like, I don't know, want to punch puppies or whatever. And like you have to hide the fact that you were like a great evil that is constantly referenced in the past. Or you have like a goal within the story that is ultimately villainous, but you need to hide that goal from other people as you go through. Or we could just go with the traditional one of people saying you will become a villain to win your thing, and you say, no, I'll fight against my villainy, but you become a villain slowly over time. That would be fun. How much fun would that be? Wouldn't that be nice? My JP friend only taught me oppai and it's chin chin. It's with a ch sound, not shit. Something useless for real. Rant's Quest gacha would be peak. Oh my god, and it'd be like Black Souls with every other fucking every other goddamn character option be hello there. Would you like to talk or would you like to rap? God, Rant's Quest. Nah, Fuyan Gacha would be funny. Oh god, Fuyan Gacha? Like the true Chinese experience? Oh man. Oh man. You are courting death. I'm going to sacrifice this virgin girl to be eaten in a very weirdly sexual way by a bear. like, god man, I don't think we'd fucking last through the first few chapters if they turned that into a story in a gacha, man. Like I don't have big hopes. I know that they would would be slow on this gacha stuff. I get it, man. I'd still love to see it. I'd love to see a villain gacha. Like, if you are a fucking dev right now, or if you are like someone who will become a dev one day, please remember these lines. Make me a villain gacha. Make me a story of becoming a villain. Because I love long form stories. I love long fucking stories like gacha. That's why I like gacha games. They slow boat their stories, even though they tend to be fucking mid. I love big lore. I love deep lore. I love periods of time spent building up characters and getting into them and developing things slowly in a cool way. If you could do that with a story where I'm a villain or becoming a villain, or have even just teasers of villains. One of the most annoying things in Star Rail for me is that they never really play up the fact that the Trailblazer has a literal super evil cancer in them. They never play it up as it's infecting her, or it's like changing her thoughts, or she's becoming evil because of it, or something like that, or it's like tempting her with power. Like, they never do anything interesting with those things. And that's one of the things I really started to hate about Star Rail, because I love Star Rail. I made a great video on it. I really do love the characters in Star Rail. I think Hoyoverse is hands down the best writer of characters in the way they do them. But man, they always stop short of doing something interesting with those characters. Miss Mayhem might be a god gacha. This was would be the fire I want to be Demon Cinema. Oh yeah. You got your fucking. I don't know how that's said because I've got my crazy dyslexia levels of shit. Being the equivalent of a funny mustache man. And you want to go that far? I don't think a gacha could do that. I mean, let's be honest. Most gachas are gonna ache back to motherfucking the JRPGs. I do not think you're gonna get like a gacha where it's like, oh my god, I'm Hitler. I've been thrown through time, and I'm Hitler. That would be crazy. Funny as fuck though. But or an equivalent Hitler in universe, like as in someone just as evil, or who had been just as evil, or maybe not just as evil, but seen as just as evil. I do prefer if they had been a bit evil though. I really don't like stories that say, "Oh wow, you're the villain," and then like the truth is you were just like a really nice guy. And like everyone's just misunderstanding, you know, give them a bit of villainous aspects. Give them that moment of like watching in the flickering distance as the city burns, and there's a solemn overthing of a voice saying like, people will see me as a monster for this, that I had to burn down this city to get through, but it was a necessary sacrifice. I did not, and although they will say that I danced in this light, and while my generals stare at me in fear and terror for what I've ordered, I take no pleasure from this. That kind of vibe would be great. It really wouldn't fit with a lot of like the, you know, these kind of like cutesy catchery elements, but I'd love it. I'd love it. Wasn't there an anime about Hitler being reincarnated and being a good guy? Oh, there was one about him being a clone. There was one about like a world where they started cloning famous people, and Hitler was like a cute Shota boy, and like it was a bit scary though for him because every single other clone was apparently following the same history that their clone went down. Like the JFK clone got assassinated after becoming president, so he was terrified as like a cute little art boy, where he was like, ah yes, I love my art, and but he was terrified that he was going to become a like mass murderer and genocider. And that was kind of interesting. I was like, you know what, this is kind of interesting. The idea of like a legitimate real life villain that we can all like attach like the horrors that we know of to, and then like the story is about them not being that person or like being fearful of that kind of thing, which is really, really rare because like most people would avoid that because like, let's be honest, they're going to get fucking run out of town by a lot of people who would like find this like offensive or something. Petals of Reincarnation. Oh, yeah, that one as well. That had like the lowly Hitler. Yeah. That. Oh my god. I refuse to watch that because let's be honest. Why the hell did they change the symbol up? I can get changing the symbol up for Germany because it's literally illegal to show the swastika. But come on, man. And then like it's all green? Why is Hitler green? Hitler should be like red and black. Like red and black and blonde low, like it should have been red and black with the armband, the Nazi symbol in the eye, and like and fucking blonde loli with like evil vibes. That's the fucking Hitler vibe. That's the Nazi vibe for all time. Why did you make it green? It looks so bad. Holy shit, that coloring is awful. I saw that and was like, you know what? I ain't here for it. I ain't here for it. Isn't there literally an anime with Hitler coming out as character? Yeah, that's the Petals of Reincarnation. By defending myself against the dark elf I am fighting, doing the work of the Lord. Would you the show to Hitler? The show to Hitler story, I didn't continue the story beyond that. It was a manga I read, but it was quite nice. I liked the ideas behind it. It was like an interesting, cool thing. But obviously you don't need to include Hitler to make like a true villainous story in like a gacha or a long form gacha story. You can just make a villainous character who did similarly considered evil things, and then you could build into them complexity. Because someone's going to be really upset if you took actual Hitler and put him in a video game and said, well, actually he was a misunderstood Shota boy who just really wanted to get some painting done. Yeah, it would just not work out, unfortunately. But I'd support a villain. But the point I'm trying to make is, villainous main character is what I would love to see. I would love to see it. I'd love to. Would you? Bold words for someone I handily beat. When that day comes, I'll be counting on you. No, I'm not as easy as Spas. God, if they're foreshadowing, you know, I'd love, you know, part of me would say they're foreshadowing eventually Rover becoming a villain or doing something villainous or trying to kill herself to save the galaxy and then her coming to save it. Yet at the same time, I don't think they fucking plan that far ahead. I legitimately do not think that the writers of WuWa have planned more than maybe a patch ahead. And even then, it's like shaky as fuck. Now you're a blessed maiden or a steely knight. Well, my My creed is to be true to myself. Yeah, could you just leave already? No, you're not. You know what, rather? You're just a sad excuse of a character that was, like, abused by people that really didn't care about you. You're a written form of someone, like, just writing because the cum guy paid them $25 and said, make me someone who's, like, fetishy and, like, a bunch of nerds would want to have sex with. And that's you. You have no passion put into you, and the writers don't give a fuck about you. It's really sad. Yes, become I will become it. Truthfully, the much of the welfare I'm feeling me, you guide me if I need it. 1 minute you're asking help, next you're a fight. Yeah, what the fuck, bro? Yeah, you'll find your own way then. One thing, you speak with Cantrell, I can sense you out of the center. And you, I'll go later. Alright, I gotta go talk to the other girl. Where is she? 1,000 meters away, alright. Let's see, where is she? Oh, fuck! Oh, wait, no, this is teleport. I can fast travel. Yay! I'm crying. Oh my god, this is so sad. I know, it's so sad. Such this gacha is. I'm crying too. Big cry. Big cry. Die, Chloe. Hello, big tits. Now this is the best part of Weathering Waves, ladies and gentlemen. Check out the best part of Weathering Waves. Oh damn! I couldn't forget about you. Damn. Damn, I didn't forget about you with those massive tits. They pretended she could potentially die while she was fighting off mooks, and it was like the most pathetic, called in, like, we just needed her to do something part of the story. I was so annoyed. She was, like, pathetic. Like, they built her up to be this cool villainess, and then just made her, like, the most pathetic, uninteresting character you could ever imagine. It's so awful. Yeah, she's fine. She needs time. No, she doesn't. She needs better writers. Understand her transition back to mortal life is drastic from her existence. And nah, who cares? I suppose I should thank you. Yeah, thank me by, like, you know, just like give me 10 minutes. Let me motorboat those bitches. Let me in there. Like, just let me, like, throw my head in there, please. Like, please. Yeah, she fine as fuck. Like, ridiculously hot. But the crazy thing is, the jiggle physics on this character is so out of, like just out of the world. If I had, like, eye focus things, you know exactly where they would be right now. I ain't gonna pretend. I ain't gonna pretend like I'd be looking up here at her face. No, it'd be right here, endlessly. And it's not because of the text. Let's not pretend here. A trope I also hate is tsundere. It's good when it's done in a good way. Oh yeah, tsundere is terrible half the time. I really don't like the modern incarnation of a tsundere where it's like they just scream and hit you and then, like, blush immediately. I prefer the original idea of a tsundere, which was like a lot more of a slow build up of cold, or I don't care about you, or I'm not interested in you. Whereas the modern incarnation is just like I'm angry and blushing at you, which I really don't like. I don't think because like. I've seen memes where it's like, you know, tsundere punches someone and the guy just goes, what the fuck is wrong with you? And leaves her and she just cries. And I'm like, you know what? That's kind of what would happen. I could pay more attention to her if she looked like her evil version. You know what? 100%. The evil version is hotter. Revi's a good one. Yeah, Revi is a good one. Blood Pack Veg, an unbreakable family literally there's no actual good villains in this show. They tried to build up her family as like a villain family, and then they just turned around and say, no, she's actually good. Because here's another thing that gachas fail, and this is not just a Weathering Waves thing, but gachas in general fail at. They make they don't have villains. They can't have villains. When they make a attractive, cool, interesting character, they can't make her be a villain. They have to make her be a hero or a misunderstood villain who's actually a hero. Like, they don't ever let them be villains. It's so fucking annoying. Bakugo. Good son, dear. Each had a family's title, one and only. You vanquished the third and brought peace to Philas. Yeah, you should have it. Consider this token of gratitude. Is this the only one? Or is there something else you have me do? I want your position. Why can't I say something lewd? I don't give a fuck about this. Like, I want you to make peace with the Monorellis. No, I don't care. I legitimately don't care. Like, you want me to think that I care about, like, the family feuds here? No, I don't care. Want your position is kind of funny. I'm still thinking, you know, I want your position. Oh, here. Oh. Oh. She's offering to make me a sex slave of hers? Damn, why is the option that I'm a strong, independent woman? Why can't I just accept it? Why can't I say yes? Why can't I become, like, her kept pet rover? Please. Please. Cringe reply. I know, it is. A lot of the choices are a bit of cringe. Dottore is a great villain. Dottore, who is that again? Dottore. Is he the doctor from Genshin? Pick any chick that smokes a pack of Malabaras red a day is yeah, that's fair. Okay, here's an interesting note to make here. It says you're quite capable, I'm sure. The voice acting says, I think that even so, I could, I think I could still, like, you know, be very, I could, like, be kind to you or something like that. Like, you know, like a kind of in a bit of a sexy way. No, don't worry, don't worry. I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna motorboat those titties. You can't stop me. Or I was wise enough to avoid it. Oh yeah, a message for you. Yeah, I'll tell you the message. By that, it was the message from that stupid fucking, like, deformed horse. Yokoso Jua means welcome to freedom, and not you force you are free, I guess. I've spent a long day preparing the few hardly make a difference. You want some tea? What? Oh, okay, so we're done. Now we're on to the next mission, I guess. I felt strong energy fluctuation from this Carthera's sonora in the inverted tower. Yeah, shut up. I'm gonna only do story stuff. I don't give a fuck about anything else. Let's have a look. What is the next story? So, alright. So, Shadow of Glory is the new one. So we've got Act 5. Damn, that must be the ending act. So we still got a while to go. We got a while to go, guys. We got a fucking while to go for this actual mess. God damn. God damn. Give me that tea, bitch. give it to go. Yeah, give me a flask. All right, proceed to here. Yeah, fast travel me as close as you can, brother. We do not do side stories here. We don't side story here. He'd become worse and nod if he truly fucked up and love it. This place looks like a giant explosion happened here. So literally, I left her alone, and then Carthia. The next arc is Carthia is just in trouble again. Great. Am I just looking after her? Whee! Alright, let's see what she's done. Has the bad writing led her to try and write the story herself, which resulted in her, like, just dying because she realized that this is the best option? This is the new arc. Let's try and judge it on the new arc's values. Let's not try and think about what they've done before. Let's not try and think about the fact that the story writers for this legitimately don't care. No response. So I'm following the traces. Tell me, Nanachi. Detective, did not understand the reference. How much more cringe can you get? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm such a cringe motherfucker. Oh my god, hiccups. Any woman that can suck down a lucky strike in a 100-day pull is okay in my book. True. That way, the archipelago across from. Oh, it's leading me to a new area. So now I'm just going. It's just with the Theoden gone, she wouldn't lose contact if she was something was really long. Before we go, a call. Missing the serenity of my castle. Yeah, she in the Missing the Serenity of My Castle episode, she actually said in Japanese, which is hard to say is the original because obviously the original is Chinese. She said, are you like kind of missing me specifically?" It's something that's interesting that she's gone missing. It's very urgent. What do you want? I wish to ask, how big are those titties, and are they real? Like, did you get surgery done? Did you get something done? Like, just be honest. I don't mind. I just want to know if I'm dealing with, like, you know, upgraded situation. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so look, this is what Weathering Ways does. Look here, guys. So here you see. So basically, Carthy has gone off suddenly to this island place, an archipelago of islands, right? And now, the moment before I go to this island, I'm learning about them. It does this a lot. The game could have had a first arc, or it could have mentioned the Dark Archipelago's over there. Don't go over there. That's where a lot of people die. Well, it could have had some references early on, but they don't think like that. They didn't even have this archipelago existing back then. They don't write their stories with any sort of foreshadowing in mind. They just kind of introduce something and immediately use it. It's a very bad habit of theirs, and like a very poor approach to the storytelling that is like, you know, overwhelmingly like, what the fuck are you doing with your life kind of shit. It's called Septimont? What the fuck is that? It's another city-state within... Oh my fucking god! Wow. Wow, Weathering Waves. Oh my fucking god. All right. It would be one thing. It had been one fucking thing if there was there's like an island. It's like filled with dark stuff. Maybe some people like died there, whatever. But you have forgot to mention that there is an entire separate city-state, an entire people and government that have the same situation as you, who also worship the Sentinel. Everything's like a similar mirror to you that is just across the ocean. No one even mentioned it. It wasn't brought up in conversation. You didn't do any. And this is, you know why this is how this is? Because Weathering Waves is only focused on two things. One, introducing the exact thing that it needs to introduce at this moment to use, and showing off the characters being cute and or like focusing on them. It doesn't allow the lore to breathe. If I should have known there was a city-state across the ocean, that it was in a similar situation to them, I should have fucking known that at the start of the game of this arc. I should have had the first arc should have introduced these worlds and all elements to me, if even just a little bit. It should have foreshadowed and built up the base to then build up your story to then tear down these areas. Instead, it just starts running ahead and it's trying to build the train track as the train is rushing forward. It is so fucking annoying every single time they do this. Oh my god, they led to different paths. Wow, I wonder why you didn't tell me this before. Is it because the writers didn't know about it before? What's the difference? Oh, they're the evil one. Oh, they don't believe in the Sentinel. Okay, I mean, sure. Okay, that's a little different. But why did they not fucking bring this up earlier? But why? Because they believe in the evil version. Okay, here's an interesting idea. Why, if you want to make the first fucking city-state an authoritarian hellscape where there's like some crazy zealots who are in charge of the city, who are punishing and burning people at the stake, and that's what they pretend like the fucking first city-state is, why not say, oh, this has been going on for a long time, but a long time ago when this first started up and religion started to become such a big thing here, there was a split. And this resulted in a civil war, and part of those people left to join this other city-state that was nearby, and they integrated with that culture, and there's always been a hatred between the two city-states since then. Why not do something interesting like that? You could even use that to point out like the fact that the main city is like a religious religious like a hellhole of like authoritarianism. By the way, it's not. It's just a lovely place in Venice. It's literally just a nice place in Venice. They just keep telling me it's an evil place where everyone's suffering, where no one actually suffers. It's like saying, oh my God, look at this horrible, horrible starving child. And it's just like some kid just really overweight eating pizza. It's like, oh my God, he's skin and bones. He just keeps stuffing more pizza into his mouth. And I'm like, look at him. We need to do something. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, that's the kind of storytelling this fucking game does. Oh my God. Detective, on my third drink already, this is pretty much complaining it can't be good for your cortisol. Oh shit. True. My cortisol levels are going down. I need to play with Musume or whatever, or something. It's a city of warriors. Its creed is all for glory, fear for no death. They revere heroes, not the divinity. Under the Order's control, Ragnar's enforces strict border controls, but the place has no such barriers at all. You could say that is far more accepting to the attitude of outsiders. See that, guys? Remember, the city that I walked into, opened a bank account, went to a village and never got attacked or bothered by anyone really when I was in the city. Never had my feet spat on. People didn't go, oh, fuck you, Rover, you dirty outsider. No. It was a welcoming city of festivals, and they keep fucking saying it's actually a villainous place where everybody hates the outsiders. It's not even real. Why are you lying to me? It's like telling me, guys, look how horrible it is. It's raining outside. I look outside, it's like really fucking sunny day. I'm like, it's sunny outside. There's no rain. I'm so sorry. Oh, I can't believe it's so wet. I can't go anywhere today. It's a sunny, look, there's a sun out. There's not a cloud in the sky. Oh God, it's coming down. That's what's happening. That's what the equivalent of the writing is doing for this. It's actually freaking me out. Give me a second. I just need to close the door because the cat's doing something. Bad kitty. There we go. Also, got the glare off the TV. Very nice. A detective RPing himself. That is true. Do you see people die in WuWa? Yes and no. WuWa is different from a lot of the other games in that the main character does seem to kill people. It doesn't focus on it too much. But this is definitely one of those ones where I think it tries to say that the mooks are actually dying when you fight them. I think. But people in general don't die. Like, main characters haven't really died. There have been people who have been dead they've talked about, but I don't think no one's really died, which I would appreciate if they actually did that, to be honest. Death, even like one death can really establish a threat. We need a picture of the cat now. No, I'm not showing you pictures of my pussy. What the fuck? Guys, what the hell? Man, first you're all like, give me a picture of that sock, and you want that feet, and now you want a picture of me cat. What the hell? Sounds like perfect time to visit. Thank you, Cantarella. You're my eternal ally, of course, my esteemed guest. No for... Alright, can you just... Cantarella, can you just, like, I don't know, like, game, please? Everything's so terrible and like so unfortunately paced. Can you just like, I don't know, give me an option to like go GTA style and just start shooting up like you know, part of the city? Could you imagine how much fun that would be if like Gat just gave you the ability to just like start like going insane and like Insano style, like just in the middle of like a game like this? I'm not talking like the new GTA one that actually exists, but if I could legitimately just walk into the city and start attacking the civilians, and then there'd be like a thing that says, we have a threat in the city, and then like a bunch of guards would have materialized like really strong and start killing you, and you could fight them. Oh man, that'd be fun as fuck. That'd be a lot of fun. I'd have fun. Like a war and people dying, and then the Genshin low-key have the Natalan war arc. I never reached Natalan. I got up to Simaru, and as much as I loved Simaru, like it started just at that point, my brain just kind of started clicking off for Genshin. It was just sad because Simaru was probably my favorite arc. Simaru. All right, we're on to the new quest. Let's do it. How do? So wait, I can just literally take... Okay, we can just fucking take this and leave. Now, could you imagine if Cantarella had just an option to, like a random option to say, like, okay, I would forgive everything if they said, they said, oh, but you could always come back with me to my house or my room. Imagine if you could pick that option of saying yes and it just had a black screen and then the next scene was you just in her bedroom, like the next day. They never reference it again. That'd be great. Okay, so the little monster, look, that looks cool. Oh, you know what'd be cool? I don't think it's gonna happen, but I was wondering if I could fall from here, would I like actually go down to like the planet? That'd be kind of cool. Like as a cool thing. What's going on? What? Whoa, it's skipping a bit. What's happening? Get game? What? Is this a loading screen or am I like going crazy? Or is it just supposed to indicate that I'm just floating through the clouds like this? Wouldn't your wrist get sore? Like, come on. What is a wrist made of? Fucking titanium? Oh, it's loading the new area is what it's doing. All right, let's see this new area. Oh my god, new area, guys. It's gonna be so impressive. Okay, like more runes. It's another city-state. So this is the warrior city-state. Look, they got their music introduction. Here we go. Here we go. This is the Greek city-state. Well, we got to go with the next one as well. Does this count as like a new like full-on area or patch version? Should I consider this a new patch part of the game? Or is this still part of like chapter 1? I mean chapter 2. You know? I'm a little unsure here. But then again, I guess like Black Shores also had like the sudden part where they went and that was still considered part of chapter 1. Ab's dead. Ab's dead. Yay, it's dead. Nothing from attack by sleeping, or is it dead? Kathia, help with mouse. Oh my god. You know, this is so fucking stupid. They're just like, oh, we need a reason for him. Here it is. Guys, what we're looking at right now, fucking now is a perfect example of them saying we need to have an emotional moment here. We need emotional stuff. They already fixed the little, like, mutant Paimon thing. Like, we've saved it. It's no longer dying, right? All things were fixed. However, when they made this part of the story, they were like, oh, we need more drama. Carthia's missing. Let's just make the Paimon monster sick again. There was no thought here. There was no logic or consideration here. This is legitimately them just throwing shit at the wall again. Like, this is legitimately just... oh, we need emotional reason, so let's just make it up. Let's just redo it. Gacha NMH FBI telling you to do a crime. So you want to incorporate Nikkei advice stories? I'd probably think the advice stories would be at least somewhat interesting. Using old plot is petty. Yeah. Well, that's what they're doing, because this is what you do if you're not thinking straight. If you're not like having a logical position and you just want to have cool moments, you're like, let's just reuse the same thing. We share the thread of the imperative power. I can try and sense where she is. Oh my god, what's she doing? I don't know, what's that creature she's fighting? A half human, half lion tech special echo? So she's... hey, wait a minute, that's the hot version. That's not her, that's the hot version. The hell, man? So did she become sexy while I was gone? Did she age up? Hell yeah, let me check out those honkers. Yeah, she was here before? Alright, so I just gotta chase down her again. You know what be funny? If we find her and she's like saying, I'm a villain again. I'm so sad that I'm a villain again. God, could you imagine? Could you imagine they just redid that? Could you just... God. I've never seen the detective so angry. Commissar? You weren't here for some of the real angry shit. Unless you've been just lurking in the background, but man, I got really upset last stream. And before that, man, I've had some fucking moments on this place. It was way worse. Yes, like 10 minutes of the stream was bad. Yeah, like 10. Don't worry, I'm uploading the VOD in a bit. You'll be able to see the VOD when I upload it. It's on the VOD channel. You can go over and check it on there. I'm being chased by something. Oh no! Are they trying to say it's spooky, like some monster was chasing me and I didn't notice it? I guess. Oh my god, it's just, oh, it was just the wind. Okay, a random sword. Your fingers touch a cold statue. The whispers of the fallen heroes race through your mind. The clash of weapons mingles with cries and hearty laughter. These are sad. The hero's legacy armor murmurs the master's eternal longing for glory. All right. Well, let's try and treat this story's place as its own thing. Let's try to not remember how bad the rest of the story has been. An echo that awaits a true warrior. Okay. All right. I haven't heard much about this arc in terms of art, so well, maybe, who knows. Hero slash aim in a mechanism, and press the highlighted button to slash something corresponding. Okay, whatever. It's just a new puzzle. Oh. That was it? What? It seemed happy because I'm reminding it of past battle. Really? Does it seem happy? It really? How did you get the fact that it feels like it's happy? This is similar to the fact that you randomly decided when you heard something, oh, it's like this. But anyway, let's stop complaining. Let's try and breathe in. Let's breathe in. Yeah, let's just breathe in this world. When faces with a bullshit person fades away, for fuck's sake. I have not been here for months. That's okay, man. Don't worry. I don't expect people to follow me around on here. I know I'm not that entertaining. I'm just happy people enjoy my videos. What's this? Oh, the fuck is that? Oh my god, there's a spirit. So this is the big old city of fighters or whatever. Look, more city-state bullshit. Are they gonna, like, say that this place is actually, like, filled with peace-loving people who don't want to fight, and then they're just gonna have people fighting in the street? And they're just gonna, like, try and convince me that that's not what's happening? Oh god, I didn't read what just came up there. I completely ignored it. I'm an idiot. I wonder what it said. I'm gonna assume it said, there was, like, a really big girl with massive honkers looking at you from something. Oh, we got a cutscene? Remember what I said. If you made a really cool cutscene, that it'd be preferable. Oh. She's knowing that I'm here or something? She's like, oh, you're here. So she's not trapped currently and crying about how she's actually evil? The traces will guide you here. Yeah, okay. Eventually the traces will guide you. Wow, look at her tits. When the time comes, you'll bring a story to its rightful end. Is the rightful end make no sense? Are you gonna cry again? Descend to see what it's rated. Okay, at least she's a little bit more confident than before. She's not like saying, but I am too weak, and I should never have done this. And she just like recreates the same fucking story arc for herself. I've only been hearing tits, dog. Yeah, I mean, I can't help it. Oh, look, we're playing as not the main character. I prefer it. I like it when I'm forced to not play as the main character, because like I hate stories that force all the story to be from the direction of like one character. It just kind of ruins everything. Destroy the pipes. Okay. Apparently I need to destroy this place? That's a bit mean. Is this just an excuse to teach me how to play as this character? Trying to hide that incubator experiment device. You're just gonna destroy someone's like pipe systems? Oh, fine. Oh, great. Look, guys, I'm so excited. Such an exciting... Yeah. Wuthering Waves likes to do this. It likes to pretend that there's, like... Nothing's happening, by the way, right? This is essentially just, like, nothing actually matters. It's just like, oh, look, it slows down for you to press a button. Wow. And then it's literally just meme cutscenes. I'm not doing anything, really. I just press buttons. Like this. Boo, go. Like, I think this is one of the things that really shows off what Wuthering Waves is all about. Everything here is kind of fake in its own way. The defense mechanism must be dying to whoever built this lab. It's a really weird defensive system. Okay, I have to go up and just do it again. Girl in high heels. Yep. Go here. Just run along here, I guess. Jump onto that. I'm not actually doing anything, by the way. Oh my god, they're sending, like, things to attack me. So this is more of like a, let me guess, like our tech world or whatever? Oh man, look, I'm totally dodging. It's like like so exciting, guys. Yeah, new Sonic game looks great. I'm just looking at the chat because I don't need to actually look. Oh no! We're just kind of watching. I mean, I should stop complaining. It's fine, I guess. It's like one way to show like some elements, but it just goes on for way too long. And you're not actually playing the game in this. I'm not playing the game right now. It's just kind of like showing off its stuff. It's just a bit of a time waster. And it's not really exciting either. It's not like there's like that exciting as far as things are going. You're just like blowing the shit up. You know, the more devices destroyed, the defenses become. You know, that's a silly way of making your defenses, to be honest. Wouldn't you make your defenses be full power from the start? Like, legitimately, like, what are you doing? Like, wouldn't you want them to be the most powerful from the very get-go? No, huge tits, for you. I know, yeah, I don't know what happened to Big Tits version. Like, wasn't she the Big Tits version? You know what? Okay, you know what it is? I betcha whenever I press her ultimate, she turns into the Big Tits version. That'll be it. 100%. I'm telling you right now. When you use her ultimate, she becomes, the one with the big tits. You know, I think maybe it's because I'm getting biased because of how annoyed I am with, like, all of the elements of, like, the last stories. But if this girl's just, like, blowing up someone's lab just because she doesn't like it, it feels kind of mean. See, why didn't they just show this at the start? I think it would have been fine to show this. This is a lot more interesting and cool. Like, just a visual. Compared to what I was doing just then, which was really boring. You know? Oh, yep, I gotta press the button. Oh, wait, no, it's gotta be attack. Yeah! What's the bet that even if I hadn't attacked, it would have forced attacked? Oh my god, you did it! You destroyed the incubator lab. Someone spent a lot of time making that, man. What the fuck's wrong with you? They gotta have at least a good villain. Come on, have a good villain this arc. Oh man, she released someone. And black goo. They found you. She's got okay, she's like some sort of warrior lady. Leave her alone. What did she do to deserve being bullied? She looks like a pirate. Okay, I'm calling it right now. She's not actually evil. Not actually evil, 100%. She's corrupted by something because, you know, you have to have her a cute waifu girl who has to have sex with you later. So she's not actually a villain. Saying it right now. I'm calling it. But let's give them some nice things here, actually. The fact that they showed that little, like, mysterious opening at the start rather than, like, just throwing it in later, that's better. I know I fucking I'm raging at this, but I gotta give it to due where it's got some due. I remember seeing this selection in a harsh critique. Oh, really? Really? Oh, is this so a harsh critique of WuWa? Someone that else made this one got yelled at. Whew. I'm calling it. Says the most obvious plot. Yeah, I know. I'm calling it. She's actually not a villain. She's actually being controlled. Actually, she's a cute girl, and you're going to save her life and all that. And the reason why I say that is not just because every gacha anime ever in the world does it. I'm calling it because fucking what's the word I'm looking for? Every other character they've shown to be like evil or trying to display in like a ooh look villainous, ooh, they've always turned around and said she's actually a cute hot girl and she loves you, like every single time, every single time. So is this the entire village? Okay, so it's a pretty big place. Let's just oh, is okay. Okay, so that's the main. Okay, so here's the Ragnaruna place. That's the big island there, and then this is like the path I took to get up here. No, something else. I guess that's something else, probably like from some other elements. But yeah, okay. So yeah, so we've gone from there to here. So we have gone pretty far. And now this will be the rest of the city is probably in here. The rest of this arc area. And then, wow, that's all that's left? No way. Isn't they got 3.0 though? Don't they have 3.0? Or maybe it's up here? Oh, no, it looks like maybe there's some stuff up here. Yeah, maybe it's over there. Because, like, I know there's like a whole other area, right? Like, with the new stuff. It doesn't look like there's a lot of map space for those kind of... Oh, wait, no, there's some locked stuff down here. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, yeah, see? Old Man and the Whale, north of East, largest fishing grounds. Whispers Between the Star. Regional gameplay. I'm gonna guess so this is this region. That's the previous region, and this must be the next region where you play the main quest and stuff. All right, fair enough. Anyway, let's look at the designs of this area. Because let's give it a second. Yep, they're going with the standard. Everyone just looks like they're from you know, Fantasy World. I think the NPCs for WuWa are okay. Also, nice titties. Like, yeah, this is nice titties. Nice titties. I think their designs are okay. Although Zenless Zone Zero's NPC designs are way better in everyone's thing. I don't want to look for sensory chests. Oh, look, they actually reacted to me instead of letting me go through. Gonna beat them up? Yeah. Alright, they look okay. Bit normie, but they look okay, I guess. Let's just go to the middle and have a little cutscene, see what they look like. The Blue Furies remain undefeated. Folks write them off thinking they're just sailors or singers that don't matter in the arena, but it's all about pure singing. Are they gonna bring up the singing guys like from the first part, like the Runaways? Most of the teams in this year's finals aren't even backed by local nobles. Worried about your bets? How many times I've tell you? What the fuck is that? God, I hate when they use mascot characters. Hello, visitor. I'm a visitor, yep. Your clothes aren't from around here? Are you from the New Federation? From the Endless Void I came! Yeah, for what about this thing you were discussing? We just watched a live match, too bad you missed it. Mario from the Blue Furies gave the other team a right pounding. Capitoline Hills holding the Great Aragon, now in the city. Happens every 4 years. All of the cities talk about who the next champion. I'm just looking for something. Folks from all over Solaris are flooding into the supplement lady. Who am I looking for, basically? I'm looking for a cute girl. ZZZ was too goony for me. Honestly, I accept goony as long as the story's good. I don't give a fuck. I play Nikkei. I play fucking Nikkei. And Nikkei is goon maxing. Huge asses. Huge tits. Literal, the closest you can get to being discussed as porn without being porn. They have like shadows of like the like I won't get into it. It's actually quite like disgusting to talk about it in the lewdness element. But they fucking go all the way. Like they go all the way in that game. And I like it more than a lot of other gachas because the story is pretty solid. Yeah, goon is alright if it's good. It's not if they look like kids. Well, I mean, in Nikkei, like pretty much every fucking character is just like extraordinarily hot, like, you know, milkers for days and shit. Zenless Zone Zero. Oh, I suppose Zenless does have more lolis, doesn't it? They do have more lolis. Yeah, Piper. Fucking yeah, they do. They do. I don't think they really sexualize them, do they? Though. I wouldn't say they were that sexual. Like, I don't remember them being sexual. I mean, they were cute, but I don't remember them ever being like, you know, fucking look, let me show off Piper's horrible parts. I don't remember that. I want fans with women and men, not boys and girls. But, you know, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. If you want to avoid that as much as possible, then yeah, that's all right. And you'd be happier away from that. For me, I can probably put up with a little bit of that or even like, yeah, that's like, for example, yaoi. Like you talked about the love place before. Yaoi shit, I'm not a big fan of. I don't give a single flying fuck. That's kind of gross to me. Like, I know, legitimately. I just have a visceral reaction to yaoi because it's not as interesting as Yuri. That's just mean. But I probably play it if the story was good enough. I think I could overwhelm it. It would just need to be a pretty fucking good story. And that's how I approach most things. It's a matter of, yeah, I can put up with almost anything as long as the story's good. Most Dragooners are around from the Troop of the Fools or the Nobles. They're a bit more open to a way of thinking about faith. And she's wearing the Order's element. She'll have drawn some eyes. After Carthay and Flurry's frequent merge, she got her body back. If she passed through here, people would have seen her. Half human, half lion creature. That's got to be Echo Garden, our line of glory. Okay. Can you tell me about this guardian Echo? Gladly. See, ever since our ancestors settled on this island, we have fought with the harsh elements and the savage tactics gods. Many brave souls came before us, and reversion settling the stone. Now, she was born of the battles, fierce roar, and the guardian usually only reveals herself during the Great Agony to earn her blessing as the highest honor anyone can hope for. Yeah, why'd you fight their fucking guardian? What's going on? You want to see her? Just wait for the finals. They'll be head to the Coliseum in City. Don't want to dawdle. You get a ticket now or wash it. If you're looking for her, you might try asking around in the city. Busy. Alright, I'll go buy a ticket. Now, let's before we get too deep. Oh wait, let's let this cutscene play. Someone's watching. Someone spooky. Someone spooky is watching. Oh god. Oh, please don't give me another mascot character. The frequency is similar to the echoes in Raguna. What could have originated from the Imperator's powers? The dead one? The one that is dead now? It's unstable, but if someone else is interfering, strange. It's if someone else is interfering, strange. It feels as though the source is in the city, but it can't pin down where exactly. Okay, here's that first rollable gacha girl. Oh, small glasses. I like those. She had a nice smile. She's got a little dragon symbol. Mishu. What the fuck is Mishu? It says Meng Zhao in there, but I don't... Oh, wow. That's a new one. So they added in a glossary ability. Okay, that's a nice little thing. I didn't realize that they were doing that. One of the 6 major cities in Hulong, renowned for its abundant waterways, thriving greenery, and enchanting landscape. Under the guidance of the local sentinel, the Menzo people have developed unique automata mechanics. Okay. So they're robot people. Or they have robots. So she's trying to... You want to try your luck, Far? What the fuck is Far? Are you insane? So basically she's trying to sell me on something. I feel like silly music should have been playing when she said that. Yeah, how do you know my name? Oh, and that was in Arc 1, the one that everyone wants to forget. So basically she's from Arc 1 area. He trained me the same master before me, okay. I got history. Last time I went up to the mountain to see her, she mentioned you. Okay, so basically she's just related to someone else. I heard you're looking for someone? Not easy, not easy. The Feng Shui in Rossinia is not good. The key is trapped underwater. Not a good flow. No luck now. Bad sight. Wait a minute. I just realized something. Are they writing this as though she's like a Chinese person who doesn't know very good English? Like the description of like the text? Like let me be a racist. Let me be a little bit racist here for a minute. Indulge my racism, okay? The key is trapped underwater. Not good flow. Not good flow. No luck now. Bad sign. You should be careful, boss. Right? Am I insane? Am I insane in thinking it's going for that kind of like cut up like Chinese law thing? Am I crazy? Am I crazy in thinking that? Whoa. Whoa. It's all coming together. 10 out of 10. They shouldn't. I want. Is her voice in English though? In her voice in English, is she like speaking like the broken English of a Chinese person? That'd be kind of interesting. I'd actually be curious about that. But her design though, I kind of like the glasses. I mean, design-wise, she's nice. You show up to the stage change. I was betting on who could break this deadlock, and I'm caught off. Oh, okay, so she's going to give me the down low on what's happening in the city. Deadlock. Am I going to give the option to say, deadlock? What's going on? Oh, no! She just fucking disappears. You piece of shit! Alright, I guess they're like, we're just going to tease you for the story. We're not going to tell you the story yet. Just teasing you. Bro's scared of a dog. What a loser. What a loser. Look, he's scared of a dog. What a fucking loser. Bully him! Bully him! The Japanese are flaunting their hate of the Chinese. Well, that doesn't make sense because this is made by the Chinese. No, because like the Japanese for it was fine. Like the Japanese like language I was using here was fine. It was the English like subs that seemed weirdly kind of cut up. Like the Japanese itself was fine. It's funny. Asian racism is hilarious. There's like it's like they've got such. It's not like really racism as much as it is hatred towards each other. It's just like pure generational hate. It's great. It's so interesting to see. All right, fight some random monsters. Oh, I had optional things to do there. I just didn't pay attention. Oh, bro's running away. Whoa. What? He just was someone. Oh, it's that girl. What? What? What the fuck? Isn't she the one who was fighting? Yeah, she was the one who was fighting down there. Alright, this is our new girl. Based, kill! Do it, do it! She has a nice ass. Sexy fox girl? Or wolf girl? Alright. Alright. I like her smile. Okay, so before we go through it, she's huge honkers. Honestly, I was checking out the ass, man. I was looking at that ass. This is some real Guna hours here. I'm an ass man. I must admit, I'm an ass man. As much as I love some honkers. Now, interesting introduction. I like her. It's very kind of hot and stuff. But we've always had good introductions to characters before in Wuthering Waves. And how has it gone in those periods of time, hasn't it? How is it going there? Let me fucking tell you, I liked Cantarella in terms of her visual introduction. But in terms of her use in the plot, and you're telling me that this story is apparently considered in the worst parts of Wuthering Waves? Or a review that was saying about the worst parts? We should perhaps lower expectations. Same, when I go to get ass mass in front of me, I'm usually sold right away. Yeah, ass usually sells me more than anything. Pulling dirty tricks before the Argon, so the battle. You don't think I wouldn't notice? You almost got a nearly... Okay, so it looks like they're... Oh, wow. So that's kind of fucking honorless. I thought these guys were about fighting honor. They tried to, like, target her while she wasn't in, like, the battle. This is clearly a matter of, like, I'm going to take you down because I can't take you down in the arena. Okay, just for reference, in Japanese, it's a little different what they said there. So he says, Lupa, you're not going to really reconsider in the finals round, Dakota. Rather, he says, Lupa, really, you're going to just play up the role of being a single, this single wolf shit? Come on, there's still time. You can return. So it was a little different. Oh. Okay, looks like they're part of some sort of group that was doing match fixing. That is not honorable at all, bro. I mean, maybe they're from outside the city, but that's not honorable at all. Fire voice acting. Yeah, I like the voice acting. Yeah, bro, if you're like a cheater, you can get fucked. I don't care what you do off the field, but in the arena, fairness is negotiable. If you can't get that, just keep waving your tail to the house. Yeah, I kind of I like this girl. She appears, she's being chased by people who are just like, you know, trying to bully her, or people maybe from her own house who are like, please, we just want to fix it. Please, please, we just want to max fix. Please, please, we just want to cheat. Please, please. Like, yeah, fuck them. Fuck them. I like her design. Like, damn, this is one of those designs that's like at first you're like, Jesus Christ, it's like, it's weirdly sexy in a lot of like strange ways. I once thought you were a decent gladiator and we fought well, but look at you now, pathetic. Yeah, bro, you're getting like fucking cooked. Oh yeah. Are you still gonna go for it? Do you want to get killed? You don't understand, Lupa. Oh, not everyone has the power. Yeah, that sounds like the barking of a loser. Look at this fucking loser. Look at this. He's all like, oh, not everyone has the strength. No, then go die in a ditch. You're in a city-state dedicated to, like, fighting, and you're like, oh, I can't survive here without fighting. Where? Shut the fuck up, you cheater. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You're living in a fucking fighting place, all about fighting, and you're gonna fucking betray that oath? Man, you should be hung and quartered. You are lucky that this Lupa girl with her massive ass has not stabbed you through the fucking stomach, because you deserve it. Man, what a shit piece of, like, what a loser. What a loser. Yeah, skill issue. Absolute skill issue. Yeah, we can leave here. Fucking skill issue. Absolute skill issued. Where? Oh, where? You're too good at the game. Where? There's only a few rats that can't hold their own dirt. They're not the norm here. All right, fair enough, fair enough. You know, I saw a bad part of your city, and you're like, just like, you know, like, sorry, traveler. Okay, do I really? I'm a gladiator. You're created. Like, I'll tell you your name, but like, I mean, yeah, I figured out droving thirst and veal for victory and glory. Based. If this story goes down the direction of saying being a gladiator is bad, if they do what they did in the first Renacedia and say, by the way, guys, fighting is like really bad, and like everyone suffers here, despite showing no one suffering, I'd be really annoyed. My name's Detective. I'm a sock. That's true. Do you want to have a fight? Well, I have fights every day. Do you want to have a battle in the bedroom? Let me just say, I can take a beating. I can take a beating. Let me show you how I work with the strong hand. You know what? Thanks. Your moves are impressive too. I like her. I like her. I'm used to fighting gladiators here, but the way you handled your blade, it's beautiful. I like it. I see, they do a great job of like visuals and this beautiful moment. Remember, in this moment where we're feeling like we've got a good story, in this moment, we are feeling like we're introduced to a world we're curious about. I will say the opening of this area has been much better than Resinita. Unless they fuck it up by saying some other stuff. Because remember, Resinita also fucked it up. But they will fuck it up. You know they will. She's just a girl who loves fighting. Yippee. Yeah, you know. She just wanted to get her sword and some shit. Hell yeah. Why'd they try to ambush you? Yeah, what very, very, very mean of them. He's a former partner. It's a very interestingly kind of like well covered up. She's like covering up all of her body mostly, but it also feels very lewd in a lot of ways. 10 out of 10. Good gooning material. The house Lupa fights for. The silver. Okay, so one of the Ceremon's founding bloodlines. So this is another one of those. These are the houses of the thing. But with the... Oh, thank you for following, my friend. I hope you enjoyed seeing Peter Griffin in the Sai no Utar outfit. Very, very peak. How Silver Roots once ran the city, deep in the city's spire of influence, but the rise of the new M4? Such past glories have begun to wane. So they're a waning house. They're a waning house that she's part of, or at least fights for. The House of Silver... I share... So she stepped away from the family because they wanted her to cheat, is what I'm getting. Basically, her family probably wanted to cheat to gain some money or influence, and she didn't want to cheat, so they're trying to beat up on her. I think my favorite character design in this is that Jester girl that lives in the sentient suitcase. She was very cute. I liked her design. I think my preferred design is probably... Oh, God, that's a hard one, actually. I'd have to think about it. I'll have to think about it. Yep, match fixing. Match fixing. Those naughty match fixers. I knew something was off, but I didn't think they'd go first. They threw some serious... Honestly, they made the mistake of thinking that she wouldn't give up. I think they made a big mistake of thinking... Like, let's be honest. If you had this girl in your family who was a fighter, and I wanted to make some money, I'd bet on her. And if I wanted to make crazy money, take a fall, I'd probably bet on another team that I could manipulate, not the one she's in. Her family seems a little stupid if they're misunderstanding how much control they had over her. I do like her expressions, though. I thought the money I made would be enough, but... I thought it would be money would made enough. They want to make her. They wanted to take a fall. That's kind of, that's kind of sad to have your family go like that. What are you doing? What's up? Are you back? Why are you sniffing me? Oh, what the fuck? Are you about to? Are we about to have sex? Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Finally, finally! A cheater and a backstabber. Yeah. The family doesn't seem very good. I think my favorite character design in this. Sorry, I read that. Okay, so she's just gonna say, "Yeah, you want to join?" And then we're about to say, "Why would I want to join in your fight?" But then we notice, oh, she's got like the magical thing. So, all right, like, I'm not hating how they're building up the story crazily. Because remember they were fighting in the cutscene. Because remember she was like actually like shown as like some sort of villain, but then like she was escaping. All right. Let's make a prediction here. So we saw in the early cutscene, Carthia breaks down the thing, that like laboratory, and frees her. But then looks like they're about to have a fight from that. So maybe they were cloning her, and that was an evil clone, or she was being manipulated and brainwashed, but then she seems kind of chill for someone who may have been manipulated and brainwashed, unless she has already been re-manipulated and brainwashed. Yep. I also say okay by making out voracious, with tongue. So let's sign the pact. Oh. Oh, what is this? Gifting tier sub stuff? I've never seen that. Oh, you gifted a sub to Arctic. Oh, that's very nice of you. Thank you, Brad. I didn't know you could do that. That's cool. You can gift subs to people? That's crazy. Man, thank you. I'll definitely get on adding more like fucking emojis or whatever the goddamn fuck you guys want into the thing. I know I can add some, I just never bothered. Lupa, have you ever met Rangda girl by the name of Carthia? Cartesia? Never heard of her. What's going on? She's missing and I'm looking for her. I tracked her here and she confronted the Arsenu. The guardian deity. She confronted the guardian deity. Besides the current M4, which Augusta never has faced her directly. The ruler effers will absolute power only strongest anymore where they lead. Okay, cool. I mean, obviously, like if we're going for a Sparta meme, naturally the strongest would want to be the ones that lead. Streams on Twitch no longer have no clue how. Streams on Twitch has no clue how Twitch works. Honestly, yeah, I don't really get it. I just kind of set these things up, and I'm just like, what? I don't know how if this Katu of yours is strong enough to take on, but if she did, she'd be the talk of the place. I do like that there's a giant building. Is that like an old building from the old world? Yeah, so no news. So yeah, so she's fought it, but secretly. Let's make out. When we're... You know, I'm going to say it. I know you said that this was apparently considered one of the worst written ones. The opening for this has been okay so far. But remember, they don't write with logic. They don't use logic. Champion gets no version, a hefty bonus, and some secret perks. If you win, we can take it off. I don't want the money, bro. I'm literally a god. I don't need money or like your mortal bullshit. But I would like it if you were to take... can I take you on a... You know what? If they gave me the option to say, can I take you on a date? I'd love that shit. That'd be great. If I had 4k euro, I'd give 1k subs to see what happens. What the hell happens when you give 1k subs to a place that has... I mean, how many people have we got viewing here? Like 3 right now? Oh, 8. Jesus. Okay, we have 8 people gifting it. If you gave 1k subs to 8 people in gifts, what the fuck's gonna happen? Are these 8 people gonna get, like, 1 billion fucking hours? That'd be crazy. No, if anyone gave me any sort of silly amounts of money, I'd immediately assume they were gonna do that meme of, like, look, I gave you a lot of money, so now I'm gonna, like, do a chargeback. That's what I assume. I immediately assume someone would do that for the hell of it. Yeah, what happens when you give more than subs and you have followers? I got no idea. No, brother. Man, it gives subs to the offline followers. Oh, okay. But what if you have, I've only got 100 and something followers. People who only watch the channel would get once with, oh! So randoms who would be like, what the fuck is this? And went on here, they get it? That's crazy. I don't know, I've probably had 1,000 people accidentally show up here over the year that I've been streaming. It doesn't matter in true, then the attention comes of being a champion will help you grab information. You know what? She just wants to win. And she needs probably a partner because her family ignored her. You know what? I like it. I like her. I like her already. She's got a mysterious connection to our main story. She hates cheating. Her family just is a big group of cheaters for whatever reasons. They've got their own reasons, but you know, they're cheaters, and she's been kicked out a little bit. She's in a situation, and now I join her in this like thing. I'm not against this opening. I got 10 different gift subs from channels I clicked on once. Oh, really? Crazy. I don't really click on channels, so I haven't gotten any. Oh, I know. I did get some gift subs once. From a channel I clicked on a while ago, a long time ago though. You're probably betting against me in secret. They're probably betting against me in secret. Doesn't matter. Once we win, they'll lose it all. First, I'm right. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. I like this girl. She's not liking a cheat. I like her. There's no punishment of crossing the line. Then what's the point of the line? Damn straight. You know what? Who you should tell that to? You should tell that to all of the motherfuckers on the Epstein list. Continuing. I don't know what the other tricks are my few family has planned, but you're an outlander. Strong too, no ties to their schemes. Yeah, it fits. Like, yeah, they couldn't be tricking her. It couldn't be... And, like, you know, no one else is going to work with her. Yeah. And then she also had a little fight with me, so... Yeah, I'm excited too. Let's see what kind of gather lady you'll be. See, I like this turn of events. Anyway, the outcasts make me sleep. I'm going to go now. Have a good one. We'll be finishing up in around 15 minutes or anyway. The usual one frequency I felt from Libya are only leads I've got. So, Lupa denies leading Kathia, so maybe she didn't realize, or she's hiding something. Nah, she doesn't look like the type to hide something, to be honest. Look at this face. Does this face look like the face of someone who's, like, secretly hiding shit? Either way, team up who's best shot at fighting for truth. Let's aim for the championship. I'm gonna be a Pokemon master. I'm gonna be the best. Yay. Oh my god, hug. Yay. Can I pat your tail? Is that like, now that we're partners, can I touch the fluffy tail? All right, let's go register our team. I am registering my team. Me and the fox woman. Right. Oh, damn, they got like... Oh, that's cool. That's nice. Visually, I like that. Oh, you can't go in? I like... Okay. I like... That's cool. Like, that there's like a little battle happening in... That's a nice little visual. I like that. But then again, Wuthering Waves is good at its visuals. All right, let's register. We're gonna be Team Epstein. What? Let me guess. She's been trolled or paid off by the family to not let her join. That could happen. I don't really say long in streams, but you're in streams crazy. Your act entertaining. Well, I've actually tried my best to be entertaining in general without being like a loser in terms of like not talking at all. I actually had to learn to talk about shit in the stream, because a lot of streams you've seen, I did some minor investigating, because some people did like a stream review of my videos. Like, they watched my videos on stream and they reacted to them, and I watched their videos, and I swear some of them just said nothing. The stream would just be this. That's right. Tee. Correct. That would be the stream. And I'm like, who the fuck watches that? Who the hell has? No thoughts, empty head, vibes from Lupa. Yeah, I hope she doesn't get turned into a bad story element. I like her more than I like Kathia, to be honest. Like, way more so far. Wait, okay, so do you wish to register? Because, like, her old team got fucked over, so she's like, I want to... Please, plans. I'm no longer with my... Borrow of Legions? Hey, why did you use my real name? I'm not the Rover. She said Rover in Japanese. Oh! Little Epsteins. Can I call them team Little Epsteins? It's just the worst thing I can fucking imagine. I hate 90% of reaction streams. You are correct. Like, Komo-san, okay. There's only been two, to be fair, there's only been 3, I think, streamed, maybe 4, of people who have streamed reactions to my videos that or uploaded them to YouTube. And of those things, I think one of them did multiple. And watching their reactions, yeah, I could see how you could hate reaction streamers. There are a place for reaction streamers, I think, in some cases. It is a fine line to get right, though. Reaction streamers, like, of the lowest tier of like, huh, yeah, it's funny. Huh, yeah, huh, funny. What are you doing? What the hell, man? If your reaction video is not 3 hours long, no, okay, maybe the 3. If your reaction video is maybe... like an hour, like double the length of the actual video. Okay, maybe I assume you stopped and you talked and you added some actual opinions on things. But I actually hate reaction, like the shitty reactions where they do nothing at all. They add no content at all. I kind of have to like reaction to a degree, because half of the potential for my channel taking off would be like some big streamer or some big YouTuber having a reaction to it. For example, I don't know, who's a big streamer? XQC. Or big streamer, one of the Emily girl, the one who got like the guy tried to kiss her at the TwitchCon. If someone like that reacted, Joe Bart, I don't even know who these people are. I don't know all the things, but or like all those big streamers, if they reacted to my video, while yes, you might say they're stealing my views, and to a degree, there's something to be discussed there. If they did, I would have a crazy boost, and it could be the potential between my channel taking off and not taking off. So I would love it if there was some more reaction streamers who could do some reaction to my stuff, especially the old stuff. I would love it if they did some of that, so I could, like, you know, I just, you know, it is what it is. I'd love it. Okay, no, I'm not going to call myself Weathering Waves. A short victory is stupid. Stellar Looper is the best. We're going with Stellar Looper. Yay! Did we actually get to choose that name? They're not going to force a shitty name on us? I mean, it's not the best name. I personally, I would have preferred Little Epstein's, but we'll take this instead. If they actually bring something to the conversation, reactions are fine. Yes, essentially. You just need to, okay. What you need to do as a reactionist, you need to like be talking and discussing. You need to pause, depending on the type of thing, especially if it's like a long form, like more discussion video or something like that. You need to talk and give your opinions. And I expect you to be almost double length of the original video, because I'm here. If I'm watching a reaction of the person, it's usually because that person's someone I'm interested in hearing their opinion on something. Like, you shouldn't. And like, yes, I know there are people who watch reaction videos just for the sake of being like, oh, I enjoyed this video. I like to see vicariously other people reacting to this video as well. There's that side as well. But I think you need to add more. You can't just sit there and say, that was funny. You need to add in something more. And like, I suppose my videos are mostly funny, so perhaps they'd be struggling with that. But I'd hope that they could add some things. But even if they didn't add much, a big fucking, a big streamer talking about my video or showing my video on their stream and discussing it, even if they added like the minimum effort, would be a fucking massive boon to my channel if it took off that part of their stream or they upload that part of the stream. Please wait a moment. What's a special? It happens all. The guy happens all year round. Training matches, exhibition matches, open tournaments, you name it. Okay. Septimon's signature sport where echoes battle beside the gladiators' victory and the... So it's Pokemon! I just said Pokemon before, but it is actually Pokemon. We're going after the Argon of Champions, the biggest event held every 4 years. We call it the Great Agon. Okay. There are 2 stages, point-based and an eliminate. Oh, okay. The prelim is almost over. The elimination's about to begin. I've earned enough points from regular matches to qualify for the finals, but since you're a new contender, you need to win a special qualifier. If we did a high-ranked opponents, it would secure our spot. Neat. Oh my god, it's a tournament arc. We're in a tournament arc. Okay, why am I having fun with Weathering Waves? One fucking stream after that actual mess that was the last one. Holy shit. Exactly. One of the reforms of the new Emperor M4, I should say, made to the Argon, and of course our Echo partners will be joining us in the arena too. Echoes aren't just companions to us, but proof of our strength. Hunting them, taming them, and learning to live with them is the first thing that every Seption minion learns. That's cool. I like a violent culture. They're fun to see. I like a violent, honor-bound culture. Even if it's as a trope, it's a fun culture. Oh, thank you. Good hunting. Good hunting. Let's see. Let's go. Come on, purple. Let's go, bubblegum here. Alright, so what do? Oh, I just talked. Fuck. I just talked to him. Okay, start the fight. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Jump in. Oh, good hunting. Good hunting. Oh. Okay. Vulcan Mining? What a silly name. Is it like a company? Oh, it's got like a little thing. Yeah! Take them. Oh, I'm getting some lag. Fuck you. Yeah! Oh my god, I'm using my unleashed hand, my darkness. Yeah! Stab him! Hell yeah. Woo! Fuck you! Use this! Ow! Die! Die! Oh, I just realized that it's like a boss battle thing for all of them. So each attack is hitting a group. Oh shit, I got hurt a bit. I like that there's 2 characters. Oh, I was flying there for a second. That's right, I have an ability to fly with this mode. I just forgot about it. Yay! Victory! I'm the best fighter in the town. They don't know why I hit them. Yeah, Randy Savage in the field. Yay, victory. Okay, why is there so little clapping? Like legitimately, look how many people are there. They should have been like come on. Like it's a bit it's not that hard. Just add like another fucking. I know that's stupid to notice, but come on. Oh, don't worry about it. We did great. I could phone Savior and save every moment of the fight. Based battle junkie. I like it. And look at her tails. Big smile. I like it. You know, like it might look weird on some other ones, but like I like a big teethy smile. I'm gonna say, flight event. I enjoyed so much. Yay! Good old fight. I am literally a god though, so I mean it was a bit unfair. I feel like I should be like not allowed in the fights. These little ones love a good match and never miss a chance to cheer for the victors. Alright, so like the local echoes will be like, yeah, you know, fight and murder people, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of like the best thing ever. Of course, what they look like giant. They look like floating capybaras. Okay, alright. I'm a little bit turned off by the floating capybaras. I must admit. They're a little too horrific. Did I meet a griffin? I don't remember that. All right, I'm gonna buy Detective Have on stream. Yeah, it streams over anyway in like 2 minutes, so I'm gonna end stream in a second. But no, thanks for hanging out, man. Enjoy the videos if you find the time to watch them. The city knows how to keep spirits high. Speaking of griffins, they've actually been here long before our ancestors and even settled in the archipelago. Anyway, screwed our first victory. Next match will be further out. Damn, look at that ass. If we take down the top-ranked lead team, there will be. Oh, what's this? There she has fans. That's cute. Oh, this must be a local arena. That's kind of nice. Oh, look at his smile. It's impossible to get a ticket for your matches. I wish I'd known sooner I'd be here. So she's a bit of a famous fighter. Oh, is she gonna reveal that her family was gonna cheat? Let's see. Let's see. I wonder if she'll reveal that much. Yeah, because we've got a new teammate. Based fan here. Based fan. Made in Abyss animal design. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's actually that's fair. Made in Abyss animal design. No one wants my autograph? No, I'm gonna say that because I like Lupa. I am gonna be nice to Lupa. You're very popular. Comes with a job. Well, that's how it was in Rome. In Rome, gladiators, a lot of the time, gladiators, even though they were like big fighters in the arena and, you know, a lot of the time slaves almost, their fame was massive. They were like celebrities, gladiators. She's signing an iPad. Well, they're trying to go for that whole like tech thing, you know, like we're big in tech and we're also like ruinous and like all that. She's leaving. I can't handle this. It'll take too long. Looks like she's very, very nice to her fans. So she's like, fuck, I gotta stay. Oh, we're gonna run. I can fly. Are you gonna grab me and we're gonna fly away and like you're gonna like pull me in close and it's gonna be really cute? Oh my god, holding hands. Holding hands! Damn. That was cute. I like that slow motion thing. Okay, one thing that Gatchas don't do a lot of there, and I know it's like a stupid thing to focus on. That was like, one, the crowd needed to be bigger. Two, the crowd needed to be a little bit more like forceful and like noisy. Like, that would have like fit better there for that kind of like, let's run through the crowd. But, you know, I did like it. Third base achieved. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But I think we'll leave it here. This is a good moment to end for this week. All right, my thoughts, just to gather my thoughts. I did spend a lot of time talking about the game at the start of the stream, so obviously this was much more of a yap stream than was a gameplay stream. And I have to say, damn, Wuthering Waves, you're playing with my heart a little bit, because the entirety of this area so far, the opening, just the opening, and I keep lowering my fucking voice because it has been terrible in the past, and it has had good openings before that they've just completely invalidated. The opening to this place has been great. I appear, like, they talk about it, like, I know the reason you're coming here is a little silly to recreate some of those silly parts that, like, the passing, and yeah, there are stupid elements there, but come in. There's a big place, lots of people fighting. I get wrapped up in this, you know, the girl, she's like fighting against, and the really good one is they had that like that flash to the other perspective character and hers going on, and like whoa, she's fighting this girl. Then I meet that girl from that kind of dream, and she's connected to her, but she doesn't seem like she's a bad person who would fight my friend. That's a great mystery box element set up. And I'm liking where this is going, and the character is very nice and enjoyable. I'd put her on the same level at the moment as Zanny. Yet I am nervous because I was told earlier, like, that this is part that came up during that video that was watched, where apparently this is considered some of the worst storytelling of Wuthering Waves. So perhaps this is a situation where they had a good start and then they fuck it up so bad. If I had to make predictions about the story going forward, I'm going to say that the Emperor is doing something evil, or they're doing an experiment of some form, and they're being supported by, like, those evil guys that are always following me around and saying mystery things in high towers. That's my prediction. Are there any side stories? Are there any better than the main story? See, I played the side stories in Zenless Zone Zero. I played and enjoyed the side stories in Zenless Zone Zero. Seed's side story in Zenless Zone Zero, for example, is better than the main story. But that's because it earned that position. I am just playing the main story in Wuthering Waves, and I really don't have any intention to play the side stories or the companion stories yet. It needs to do a lot of effort to reach that point, like a lot of effort. I honestly believe that at the moment, Wuthering Waves would need to do, like, I know I just said this is a nice opening. They would need to knock this little mini quest arc out of the park and then knock the next one out of the park. And more than knock it out of the park, they'd need to consistently have good narrative development for me to care enough about a character to go and do their side story. Plus, that character would have to be new, because I don't think any of the characters, subsequent characters who have come, even Zani, I just don't care enough about them because of, like, the way they were involved in all that. I just don't care enough about to go do side stories. They would need to make this pink girl really appeal to me, and then I'd only come back to her later if they did it something really well with her and the later stories were good. So I'm gonna see how they're playing this out. I'm gonna watch it. But they've got a lot of work to do to make me, oh my god, like, oh wow, the physics on that is fun. Can I, wait a minute, wait, can I? Okay, no, I was hoping, like, I would maybe, like, using, like, oh, that's cool. Could I, like, make a little tornado? That's nice. Man, it's little things are nice for the visuals. I could draw a penis in this. Oh my god, we could draw a penis. Okay, no, that's something to do on my own free time. But no, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for sitting with me. I know I yap a lot. I know I go crazy a lot, but I really do appreciate it. Make sure you check out the channels. Make sure you go and have a look at those. The horrible, horrible, horrible stream from yesterday and a little bit of a jokey supercut that I made for it at the start will be uploaded soon. So I hope you enjoy that. That's on the VOD channel. But make sure you're having a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, and I'll catch you in the next one.